to a very blusterly, cold afternoon here in the athletic grounds. I have to welcome our good friend James Doyle. James, you're very welcome to Destination. Live coverage here of this retail championship match.
Thank you very much, Damien. I'm really looking forward to it today. I had the luxury of watching this match last week for the comfort of the iMac in the living room, so hopefully it served up a cracker last week, so hopefully this week will be just the same.
And of course, James, we look out, we see that there is some changes in the Carrickcruppen team. We have two changes. Niall Saxton comes in at wing back for James Hughes. James, a very bad bug last night, so James can't take place. And in a corner forward will be Declan Monaghan. So two changes for Carrickcruppen. It's on the ticker bar at the bottom of your screen. And then, of course, Sarsfields players selected.
Yes, two changes for Cruppen, but I wouldn't be too worried about that. I think that the two boys will slot in nicely. I think the wind and the rain could be a big factor today. I see both teams warming up currently at the moment, and it seems to be swirling. The wind seems to be swirling. So hopefully it won't dampen the effect of the game on us.
There's no question, James. And of course, when we look out and we see that the breeze is blowing towards the Dalton Road end, the city end, the wind's coming from the cathedral. So I suppose from the Cathedral Road end, it's whoever's going to be playing up the hill, James. But then I look out, I see the flag sort of blowing towards us. So maybe it's a bit of an illusion.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of an illusion. I think the stand causes a wind swirl, but whoever wins the toss now, it'll be interesting to see what way they play. The midfield battle will be very important with the kickouts. And the last day, I suppose, Carrickcruppen will count themselves lucky getting the point in injury time, and it'll really depend on who learned the most last week, and if they've sat and watched Destination Uri throughout the through the videos, they will hopefully it'll be a good game for us today.
Well, James, just as we say that, I look down and I see the Carrickcruppen's Wild Geese have returned from New York. We have Paddy McCullough has come in from New York, and Cahill O'Grady has come in from New York just yesterday. So the two lads is back in from New York. They're available here today, but probably the jet lag is probably prohibiting them from starting the game.
I don't know. I think there'll be both impact subs today. Paddy McCullough will make a big impact wherever he comes in. He's a big lad, and them boys will have plenty of football out in New York, so they'll be ready to slot into this Carrickcruppen team if needed.
Well, James, if we look just through the team, and a little bit of, I suppose, historical fact, Mark Reynolds started his first senior county championship match for the High Moss men in 1990, and he's lining out here at centre three quarters.
Yeah, so, Mark Reynolds is class forward, centre half. John McGill will probably take him up from Cruppen today, and it'll be very important to see how he plays. I remember when I was with Silverbridge a few years back, he caused us awful problems in the semi-final of the Intermediate Championship, and even if you look even into the both forward lines on Cruppen and Sarsfields are very strong, with McCullough, Connor Sloan and now Declan Monaghan, and Michael Stevenson does an awful lot of damage for Sarsfields when he gets the ball in.
Of course, last week he was the man that put the ball in the bottom corner of the net. It was super strike, and again Mark was over in, I think, Boston, playing in Boston this year, so it's great that the lads are back playing here. And of course the winners of this game this evening take on the mighty Crossmaglen in the semi-final. But we'll not worry about Crossmaglen at this moment in time, James. I look out and I see the rain coming down there, so it's going to be difficult. Last week the sun was blindness coming through here, but today the rain will definitely be affecting there's no question about that, because the ball will be slippy, the surface will be slippy. And as you said, James, whoever has learnt the most from the game last week, and I suppose if we go through the two teams, we'll work our way out from the two goalkeepers. What can we say about the two goalkeepers? Both of them tremendous saves last week.
Yeah, they pulled off excellent saves last week. Darren McAvoy pulled off two class saves in the second half, and John McCullough. They're both excellent keepers. They will mind the house today. I wouldn't have any problems with both goalkeepers.
And we look through, I see Barry Loughlin is now in at full back. He was away over at James's wedding in Portugal last week, so Barry is in with Faker Bradley, Barry Loughlin and Carl McVerry, the full back line for Cruppen, and then we've Kieran Kerr, Johnny Niblock and Peter Stevenson for Sarsfields.
Yeah, these are the two most important lines, I think, for both defences today, because both teams have extremely strong forward lines, so it's very important that the backs are very, very tight.
Then we go into the half-back line, Kelly, McGill and now Niall Saxon for Cruppen, Breen, Honaghan and Breen, again the two Breens, two wingmen.
Yeah, ideally you're wanting your half-backs to break the ball and travel up the wings as fast as you can. With Mark Reynolds in on probably John McGill it'll be a tight affair. Both teams last week had a sort of a super defensive sweeper system that they played, and Sarsfields nearly had a second sweeper in that didn't really do them any good. So hopefully they'll have learned from that, and it'll be hopefully a man-to-man marking game.
And of course in the midfield, Harl, Patton, McGee and Lowry.
Yeah, this is the one where the wind is going to have a big impact with the ball travelling out to the middle of the field. Whoever cleanly catches the ball and breaks it here, Billy Joe Padden, big strong fella, and if Billy can get into the game this week, I think it'll really help Cruppen's cause. Cruppen need to get the ball out of the middle of the field and into their forwards, and likewise with Sarsfields, with such a dangerous forward line. The last day they were kicking the ball nearly outside the D and not giving it into their inside forwards. So it's very important today that their midfields win the ball.
And then we look at the three-quarter line, Keenan, Patton and Carville. Again, Murray, Reynolds and McGowan for Sarsfield. So again, a very strong three-quarter line.
Yeah, Paul Keenan had a lot of ball last time and scored a good couple of points. He led as a captain, and he had a big influence. He caught the last ball and gave it to Keelan McCullough, and it could have been a goal, and we could have been commenting on the next match. But once again, same as the half-back line, the both half-forward lines need to work the ball and keep the ball moving, and ideally get it into the full forward line. And
of course we look at the Carrickcruppen full line, two minors, Keelan McCullough, Conor Sloan, and then Dackie Monaghan. Dackie has come in for Shimmy Hughes, Johnny Reynolds, Paul McGahey and Michael Stevenson. Again, a super forward line.
Yeah, this is the dangerous area. If the ball is given into either of the two full forward lines, that's where the damage will be going. I have a feeling today with that wind there's going to be goals. So if McCullough or Stevenson get the ball, there could be trouble for either team.
Well, we sincerely hope that we're going to have a cracking match. I just see Eugene Craney, absolutely Eugene Craney has come in, and we just looked down in the background. Joe McManus, Joe called the game last week a draw, James, and Joe was the only man that called the game a draw, and the match did end up a draw.
Yeah, and I suppose when you look at the game overall, Cruppen started so well in the first half and sort of drifted out in the second half. Sarsfields will have been disappointed with their start, and in injury time the ball was kicked over the bar for Cruppen to get the draw. So it's who will have learned most, as we said earlier. I see both teams warming up at the moment. They will have changed their warm-ups a little bit from last week due to the wind swirling, because you can get cold very quick and wet. And so whenever they get back into the dressing rooms now, they'll be trying to dry their legs and get ready for action. Both teams are just doing simple ball drills at the moment. They've done their static stretching, so they're getting ready to rock here at the moment.
And of course I've just been told now we have changes on with Jim Slavin as one of the linesmen and Ger Devlin as the other linesman. Of course we had Ger on last week. Daisy McDonald let us know the information there, and of course we have Kevin Murphy from Portmore will be the referee. So James, you know, it got very dark there, but it is lifted a wee bit, so we look over the far corner there and we see a little bit of blue, so maybe this is just a squall that's going to blow over the athletic grounds here.
And I think the wind has died down. I'm just looking at the flags here, so maybe all the doom and gloom we had about the weather mightn't be the case. As I said, both teams are sort of intense in their warm-ups, trying to get as much time on the ball as they can, so when they get out they're ready to rock.
And of course don't forget Destination News live coverage around the world, wherever you are. Let us know, send us a message in the bottom of the comments line. Let us know where you are. I know they're listening in New York this afternoon. A couple of lads have played, but Paddy McCullough over there, they're tuning in this afternoon. We have to say hello to them. We'll get you a little bit of a shout later on, lads. And then of course Design Works Ireland sponsoring this game, and we have to say that Destination News new app is up now. If you want it, send us in an email. It's a superb addition to your iPhone, James. I'll just look at you have a super iPhone there, and the new app for design from Destination Uri can come up, and then you can get the game as it happens on Destination Uri and all the other news.
Streaming live everything in, rather than having to go into a particular website. The apps are a great idea because they're giving you real-time feed on what's going on. This is the future of transmission of all of our Gaelic games within the organisation, because as you said, you have people from all over the world tuning in today to see a championship match in a damp Armagh.
Oh well, there's no doubt, but no better place to be. Championship time here in the athletic grounds, and the crowds are starting to come in. And I've seen a couple of people sitting in front of us here. They've moved up the stand a wee bit, James, because it was probably a little bit cold where they were sitting. But the High Moss men now, they would be pretty confident. I was talking to their PRO. He just flew in from Italy yesterday. He's showing a good tan, so he enjoyed our coverage last week, and of course we're delighted to do that. So you're very welcome, James. Everybody's very welcome to Destination's live coverage of Gaelic games in Armagh.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this today. From watching it at home, the picture quality is second to none, and the expert commentary that was here last week was easy to go. Even though there was a goal, there was a goal scored, and I think your voice broke for a split second. But it's as I said, it's going to be the future of games when you can stream and you can sit in any part of the world where there's an internet cafe or any sort of an internet connection, and you can watch, or even now on your iPhone. It's but for myself, I'm really looking forward to today. I hope it lives up to the expectation, because whoever gets through today will have the I suppose the difficult task of facing Cross, but you'd relish that chance if you got your go at them.
Well, if you got your go at them, there's no question about that. And of course, the voice didn't break, James. The mic, I think Dara was telling me I was too loud, or I was screaming into the mic, and Dara told me to just relax a wee bit. So I know when there was a couple of great goals scored here last night. Stephen McDonald scored one of the best goals I've seen in the athletic grounds, and then young McCreesh from Mullaban scored every bit as good a one. And of course, we captured it live, and it will be up on Destination Uri this week. So James, hopefully the voice will not break today. We'll be looking forward to a cracking match, and as you said, this game has the potential for a lot of goals. Yes,
I have a sneaky suspicion today that both teams will have looked at the videos during the week and seen that their inside forwards needed to do a bit more, and I think we're going to get a lot of quick balls passed into the full forward line, and I think we could get a lot of goals. Both keepers, as we said earlier, are excellent, and they're going to take a lot to beat them.
Well, as I look around, I see a lot of locals gathering up here from Sarsfields and Carrickcruppen in front of the press. So Destination's new app for mobiles, if you would like an app designed, or send us in an email to Destination Uri, the lads can do that. It's a great service, there's no doubt. And of course, as James says, the Destination Uri's new app for your iPhone, you just tune in and you're connected straight away to Destination Uri. It's going to be it's a good addition, James, to the new phone.
The apps are getting very popular now, whether it's on iPhone or Android, and it means that you have a direct link. I have an app here on the phone that I'm going to use today for statistics, so the Destination Uri app will complement that, so that, in other words, as I said, you don't have to go on the internet looking for information. It's there straight on your phone.
And of course, don't forget the Sunday Sports Show this evening between 7 and 8, and of course our very special guest this evening will be James, where James will be talking about the World Championships handball coming up in October, and of course James will be taking part in the Worlds.
Yeah, I don't want to give away too much here now onto the show this evening, but if you tune in this evening, you'll hear all the handball show. I'm going to try to keep it as much football orientated as we can. Just looking out again on the field here, the team has sort of slowed down into slow kicking drills, so they're coming to the end of their warm-up now, and both teams will be getting to hydrate. The wind has definitely died down, and we won't be long till we're underway.
Well, we have five minutes to go to throw in, so we're waiting for 5 minutes for the throw in. And of course, Rory O'Connor and Big Carew over in New York will be watching in. Lads, if you're listening in or watching in this afternoon, fire us a wee comment on the bottom of the screen and let us know. Yeah, and you look out, there's some people around the crowd here, so we'll let the cameras pan around the crowd and pick up some of the people that's here to witness a super game of football.
Yeah, the crowd is starting to come in now and starting to build. There's still a few hiding underneath the stand here, but they'll be soon taking their seats.
Well, James, the referee has gone out, so we have to say it's going to be it's definitely going to be good fun, because the referee has marched towards the middle, and of course I look over there and I see Devlin and Slavin, the two linesmen, and Kevin Murphy, so experienced officials here this afternoon.
Oh, the officials will do a good job as always. We will have no problems here today. I think it'll be good, clean, flowing football with both teams, and really looking forward to it.
We're just trying to, I suppose, fight our way through the top of the PA system here. Big hello to Sean McGuinness, a big Oaks man who is watching from. Paddy Bourne says hello to Big Hugo. A big hello to Sean McGuinness, a big Oaks man. Well, we've just done that, so as you look out there,
all over, Damien. Tuned in everywhere.
As I said last night, Teddy Hill, we had them from Timbuktu to Tullysarn, and Eddie says that Timbuktu doesn't exist anymore. He thought it was a country, but I can confirm now, without a shadow of a doubt, that Timbuktu is in Mali, in Africa, and it is a city. It's on the edge of the Sahara Desert.
Yes.
So
and hopefully they have a good active broadband line, so we can get us loud and clear in Timbuktu.
Timbuktu, yeah. We just panning down looking at some of the Sarsfield supporters here. So it's great, James, to be part of this super idea here of bringing live games around the world.
Yeah, as I was telling you before, in a handball capacity to do this from games all over the US, and I think from a GAA point of view, it's an excellent form. I think it's only going to grow from strength to strength, because even from the point of view of teams getting matches videoed, the way we are here at the moment, you're getting streamed live on the internet, and obviously then it's buffered and put up during the week so that everyone can watch. So it's a brilliant way of moving forward.
It's definitely a super concept. I see Jerry Flynn down in front of us here, and Brian Fox, a great Mahari man. Brian played for Mahari way back in the 70s and 80s, and I look down, he's having a good discussion here with Jerry Flynn, and we look out now, Barry Flynn's over on the far side writing some notes down. So James, we're getting near to 0 hour.
Yeah, I see Paul Keenan in the middle of the field after handing over the team sheet to the ref, so he'll be getting ready. I suppose his decision is made already which way he wants to play, and it's very, very important from a Cruppen point of view that the middle of the field battle is won, as for the Sarsfield as well. Both Sarsfield's player and Carrickcruppen man in the middle of the field handing over team sheets.
Well, I thought the PA man had sort of stopped, but it's a battle and a half here trying to talk through the PA system here on Destination Uri, but we're very happy to be able to bring this game live around the world this afternoon, as I said, from coast to coast, pole to pole, satellite to satellite, James, back to Armagh. We're here in the Morgan Athletic Grounds this afternoon, and we're looking forward to a super game of football between Sarsfields from the High Moss and Carrickcruppen from Camla. South Armagh versus North Armagh in the quarter-final replay.
Yes, and I'd say we'll have a couple of Crossmaglen men in the stand here taking notes as well. I don't know when the next round of the championship will be, but I've no doubt that they'll be taking notes here today. The draw has been, or the toss has been made in the middle of the field at the moment now, so it'll be very interesting. We'll see which way they will point.
Well, this is very crucial, James, I think, because the win could be very, very crucial at this. Just wait.
Keenan won the toss.
And relatives who have emigrated to foreign lands may send messages, may post messages and send greetings while the game is being filmed.
Okay, so there we had the PA announcing all about Destination Uri, and of course what he was saying there, wherever you are in the world, send a message to the comments line. We're waiting on the referee. We're not sure if the toss has been taken.
Yeah, I think Paul Keenan has pointed towards the scoreboard end, so it looks like Cruppen have won the toss.
Well, yep, it looks to be the toss is over, James. Well spotted. I think it's at this stage, it's time I decided to get the long range glasses on, James, yes, and we'll get ready for a cracking game of football. We have to get the stopwatch out.
It's time for the binoculars. Sarsfields are in a huddle here, and Cruppen are going into their huddle, so we're nearly there.
Well, we're just going to get my stopwatch, James. You have a stopwatch there as well, so going to get my stopwatch. I think we're going to probably have the national anthem. Well, I've just got my stopwatch, and hopefully I can get it. James, you're pretty good at these stopwatches. See if we can get them working. The customary huddle. The two teams are in the huddle. The two teams, last-minute instructions. This is one team will exit the championship after this game. Will it be the end of their championship? Who knows? The next team then who wins will be facing the mighty Crossmaglen in the next round. So the national anthem.
There will be a minute's silence.
1 minute silence for
in honour of Michael Arthurs of the St. Mocha Dairy News Club, who passed away yesterday evening. So the doesn't even play a card here there are the Marshasu, enormous agus a Claudia, Miho MacArthur, O Club, Niabohura, the News of Purboas, in Ye.
Minute silence there for Michael Archer, who passed away last night. Good GA man. The national anthem. Well, James, it's all to do now for the next 60 minutes. Both teams will be going hell for leather. So we have to say hello to Tom Bocuse. He's down in Australia, and Rory O'Connor, a big crew over in New York. They're watching the game. So we'll keep you posted, lads, as the game goes on. So the referee will be throwing the ball up.
It's very important for Cruppen here that they've won the wind advantage and they get the ball quickly into the forward line where the damage can be done.
Well, quick ball into the forward line. I said it last week, and I said all the time, James, it's the way to win matches.
Yeah, this business of hand passing it back and forth across the field leads to negative forward movement, and it'll be very important here now as the ref is about to throw up the ball, and we'll see what damage can be done. Kevin
Murphy from Unportmore takes charge of this replay championship match here in Morgan Athletic Grounds. Carrickcruppen versus Sarsfields. The game is on. Ball broken down, picked up easy in the middle there by the Sarsfields men, pushed out on the far side. Ranna's going to be putting this one in, goes hand to toe with it, looks up, pushes it down. There's a man coming in the overlap. If this comes inside, great bit of defensive work there by Cruppen, but Sarsfields, the wing back, comes up. Great block down there by big Davy Kelly, and that's the first 45, James.
Yeah, the ball was in there quick into the inside forward line again. Good block down for the 45. He had no real choices. He was shooting for a shot.
And of course, the referee says 45, the linesman goes out and he's going to indicate where it's going to be taken from. So Sarsfields have the first chance, and this is definitely within Stevenson's range.
Yeah, this is bread and butter stuff for Stevenson. I hope he takes the wind into consideration because he's quite a bit over here to the sideline.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be 45, but when we look at it, it's about a 38 degree from the right post, James. I'm looking out here. I was always good at
geometry.
The geometry. So Stevenson's definitely going to go for this one. Puts it long, it's dropping down, up comes Loughlin. Great catch there by Barry Loughlin. Barry Loughlin gets the ball away. Great catch, but the ball was given away. Up in the air, the first chance. It's a high dropping ball, and it's the first wide of the afternoon.
That was a great defensive block there by Barry Loughlin. When the threat came in, he fielded the ball and got it out. That's the first wide for Sarsfields.
So we have 1 minute and 22 seconds gone here in the first half. The sun is starting to come out over the hill on the far side, so the wind has sort of ceased a little bit and the rain has gone, so it's looking good for a good game of football.
Yeah, this is the first kick out now, so it's very important to see how the midfield works out.
Yeah, so John McCullough will be kicking this ball out. We have Paddy McCullough sitting in the line, we have Caelan McCullough in the field, and we have another McCullough in the press box, but there's a bit of a push there. The referee says play on. Kelly comes out, but the ball has beaten Carrick, goes in, out comes Faker Bradley. Faker Bradley goes after this, the high moss man. The ball goes inside this time to Stevenson. Stevenson pushes it back, pushed long in by the wing forward, and over the top, a super catch and a super strike.
Very dangerous ball there, first time ball in, catch and kicked it over the bar.
Super score there by McGowan. The Carrickcruppen men were sort of sleeping a wee bit there. First score of the afternoon goes to the men from the high moss. So a super strike, and it's great, James, to see a big man catch his own ball, turn around and push it over the bar.
Yeah, instead of, as I was saying earlier about all this hand passing, he's very, very dangerous there. I see there's a Sarsfield man out in the middle of the field on his own.
So the ball's kicked long by McCullough. There's a Sarsfield man standing on his own. Ball breaks out on the far side, and it's a Sarsfield's line ball. So Sarsfields are winning the battles early in this stage in the middle. Ball goes back. This is going to be put in long, using the bit of space, but it goes over on the far side. Along the ground, out comes. Well, the referee has indicated that's a free. Well, I would sort of.
It's a little bit dubious, that one. It was sort of a 50-50 ball, but that's the first free for Sarsfields, and it looks like Stevenson is queuing up again.
So another opportunity for Sarsfields to get one on the board here. Carrickcruppen probably not starting as well as they did last week. The High Moss men are 1 up, and we have 3 minutes and 10 seconds gone. So the men from Sarsfields, another opportunity from a free. Ball is up in the air. This time it goes over the bar, straight over the black spot. Johnny Reynolds, the man that started his football senior career in 1990 for the High Moss men, has put them 2 ahead.
Yeah, that's a great point. Another bread and butter kick from that side. Cruppen need to be careful not to be fouling because Reynolds and them are going to punish him every time.
Well, that's for sure. So Carrickcruppen need probably to get their midfield battle sorted out, try and get the men in the middle trying to win the ball. And of course, wherever you are around the world, let us know here this afternoon on Destination Newry. John McCullough, he's going to be kicking this ball out. So Sarsfields, James, have won the last 3 balls.
Last 3 balls out in the middle of the field. The ball is just landing around the 45, so let's see how far McCullough gets her out this time.
Ball's coming out towards the 45 again. Well, again, Patton goes down, he tries to pick it up, he gathers it up, spins round, offloads the ball to Billy Joe Padden, the man from Mayo. Billy Joe offloads the pass. Cruppen's coming up the field with the ball with Harl. Harl gives it over to Niall Saxon. Niall Saxon holds on to the ball, looks up, drives it long towards the far side. Well, Conor Sloan gathered up on young Conor Sloan, the man from St Paul's, best but got his All-Ireland medal. McCullough comes out, he catches that ball, he gives it inside to Harl. Harl puts that one up on the bar and he pulls it wide. That was a chance there, James.
That should have been a point. Keelan McCullough caught a good ball there and give it the overlap, and that should have been Cruppen's first point on the board.
So there's 2 points to no score, and we have 4 minutes and a half gone here in the first half. There's a bit of an injury to the Sarsfields man.
Yeah,
so
you could say even with 4.5 minutes gone, Sarsfields have started the brighter, but Cruppen should definitely be a point up there. That was a bad miss.
So the ball's going to be coming towards the middle now. We're going to see that man McAvoy had a super game last week. Darren McAvoy took off a super triple save in the one incident. The ball's coming up, dropping down. Kelly's underneath it, and Kelly went for the ball. Saxon went for the ball, but the Sarsfields man's on the ground, gets it up, surrounded by 2 or 3 Cruppen men. Pressure's been put on, but Sarsfields roll the ball out. Out comes Conor Sloan. Conor Sloan gathers the ball back to David Kelly. David Kelly tries to get it up, soccers the ball all the way back to Stephen Harl. Stephen Harl puts his toe under the ball, goes the long way around, tries to get it into Monaghan, but that's a poor enough pass. He should have been pushing it harder and longer towards the corner. The ball comes back out. Well, there's 2 or 3 men going after the ball, the sliding and slipping. The referee was going one way, the ball was going the other, but this time Patton has the ball. Patton gives the ball, but Cruppen are footering about with the ball over here. Out comes Faker Bradley. The ball comes out to Conor Sloan. Conor Sloan looks up, he's looking for Dackie Carville. Dackie Carville comes out, shields the ball, gets the ball, spins one way, spins the other, goes forward. The referee says that's a free, so the first chance Dackie needs to settle himself down. He gets the free. Well, Declan Carville pulled that one, James. The referee could have been in his right way of hopping the ball up there.
Yeah, it was definitely a jersey pull, but he retaliated. A little bit better from Cruppen, still a bit fruitery in the middle of the field, passing the ball diagonally, but this should be Cruppen's first score on the board.
So Dackie Carville scored 5 points in the first match last week. His first chance from the floor. Big Dackie Carville. He takes his time, us on the 21 metre line, slightly to the left, puts this one up and sails it over the bar.
Yeah, good score. Distance outside the 21, very easy to do. That's a good score from Cruppen. At least they're on the board.
2-1, 6.5 minutes gone here on your live game on Destination Newry this afternoon. Last night, great match between Killeavy and Mullaban. 5 goals and 27 points last night. We have 3 points. We have a long way to go here this evening. Well done to Killeavy last night and hard luck to Mullaban. But the ball's coming out this time. Kelly's gone out after it. He's going to let it bounce and it skids off the surface and comes into the stand. And Jerry Flynn almost caught that one in the stand there.
Yeah, he just caught it on the outside of the boot and put it out over the line. This is another chance for Cruppen to get the ball in.
And James, this is one of the daft rules in Gaelic football. If you step over the line, you're going to lose the free. So Kelly's going to deliver this one down towards the corner, but it's going to beat everybody and it comes off the surface. I could see that from here before it was kicked.
Yeah, that was a bit of a pity there, a bit of a waste of possession again, back with Sarsfield kicking out the ball.
So McAvoy is going to be launching this one down the field. So there we go. The sun has come out over Norgan Athletic Grounds. This wind has stopped. And McAvoy is going to be pushing this one all the way down. The referee standing in his own in the middle. There's not a man to be seen. Ball comes out now. It's coming down. Harl's underneath this one. Punched back. Keenan gathers the ball. Keenan's heading towards the goals. 2 men after him. He offloads the pass, but give the ball away. The satellite connection between Paul Keenan and Daggy Carville get mixed up in the ether because the ball has been lost. And
yeah,
out
that
comes
was a pity there. Paul Keenan burst through with the ball there. One pass there, and it was a surefire score for Cruppen.
He should have went on with it, but the ball's underneath us here. The full forward, McGahey, he's going down the right, heading goes past Saxon. Saxon leaves him, still going. He pushes past the Cruppen man. He's going to pull the trigger here, but he punches that one, and it's gone over the bar.
Great work there by Paul McGahey, moving the ball at speed. He's a big man, and it was very hard for the Cruppen man to stop him, and a good score. And
of course he was thinking of goal there. He was thinking of going for goal, and then he decided at last minute, and probably the option was to take the point, James.
Yeah, John McCullough is a big man, and he was coming in at an angle, and he done the right thing by popping it over the bar.
So there we go, Rory, if you're listening in and watching from Derry Trasna, unfortunately, Ryan, you couldn't get to watch it, so it's great to have you on board. And Rory, it's great to have you in New York. Marty there will keep you posted on how to get your machine working. Referee says, let's get on with the game here. McCullough's going to be kicking this ball out. It's 2-1 or 3-1 in favour of the men from Sarsfields. The ball is punched long down towards the middle. 2 or 3 Cruppen men gets out for it, but they need to be getting their calls right here. Sarsfields on the attack. Stephen spins the ball back. Ball goes inside, Reynolds passes it in, but he gives the ball away. Big Stephen Harrell, he punches the ball all the way out to Loughran. Loughran spins round, goes hand to toe with the ball, pushes it long towards Keenan, but this is going to beat them and slide off the surface again. Yeah, James, very careless passing.
Yeah, wasted possession there by Cruppen. A quick attack here by Sarsfields, and Cruppen could be under pressure.
Ball goes. Sarsfields build very, very steadily from the back, putting it in long. Out comes corner man, gathers it up from his ankles, but again it's very slippy out there. We can see the men are sliding about, difficult to hold on to the ball, but that time it was Murray, and this ball's up in the air. That's a high ball. That would be a super strike if it goes over the bar.
Absolute excellent score.
Darren Breen, maybe.
Absolutely.
Darren Breen, super strike from the wing back. So Carrickcruppen definitely under serious pressure here in the first 9 minutes of the game. 4-1 in favour of the men from the High Moss.
Yeah, Cruppen seem to be losing the battle here in the middle of the field. Sarsfield's men have pulled them out to the wings, and there doesn't seem to be a midfield pairing that can field the ball. Cruppen need to get their act together here. They could be down many points.
And of course, James, when we look out to see the size with Patton, Keenan and Harald, all 6'2", 6'3" big men. McCullough kicks this one long. It's coming out towards the middle. Up to go again. Ball broken down, but they cannot get the break ball. That was a lift off the ground, but the referee says play on Sarsfields. Attacking here, 3-on-1 here, an opportunity for Sarsfields. If this ball comes over the back, well, that was a chance for a goal, James, and if that had come across.
Yeah, you should have buried that in the back of the net. That's another point. That's 5-1 now to Sarsfields. Sarsfields seem to be dominating. Cruppen need to get a grip in the middle of the field.
And James, that could have been a goal if he had looked up. There was a man on the overlap.
Yeah, there was a man on the overlap. The Cruppen management need to get a hang of him. Paul's a big strong fella, and he seems to be doing all the damage in there at the moment.
Well, the referee goes in and says something to the goalkeeper. He's probably telling him to hurry up, but McCullough's saying, hold on, sure, I can't kick the ball until I get it. So Carrickcruppen are under serious pressure here. 5 points down, 5-1 to the mighty men from the High Moss. 11 minutes gone. The ball comes out again. Broken down. Sarsfield's winning every break in the middle. Ball spills out. They still win the break. So again, out comes McVarry. McVarry goes one way, goes the other. He still has the ball, looks up, gives the ball to Billy Joe Padden. Billy Joe Padden goes long ways with the ball, tries to get the pass, but the ball's not going into the forwards quick. The Cruppen men are making the moves, but they're not getting the ball. So McCullough spins off his man, goes to the ball hand to toe. He looks up. He pushes it inside to Patton. Patton goes after it, pushes it out to Conor Sloan on his left foot. Conor Sloan should clip this one over the bar, and that's exactly what he does.
Much better when Cruppen move the ball into the forwards where the danger is. Full forward Sloan puts the ball over the bar. That's what they need to do. Break the ball in the middle of the field and work it in.
But James, as I look out, Cruppen need to get the quick ball into the inside line.
Yeah, that seems to be the problem. As we were saying earlier, this lateral passing across the field gives Sarsfields a chance to get in all in behind the ball, and they need to quick ball into the forwards and the damage will be done.
And of course the sun has come out here, and you can see as you look out at the green sward of the athletic grounds, the ball's coming up underneath us here. Kelly's gone up. Is he going to get it? He misses the ball. McGill comes in, he misses the ball. Stevenson gathers this one up, and this is going to be pushed long. The Sarsfields men winning the balls here underneath us. Billy Joe Padden comes out after McGahey go well. Billy Joe Padden pulls him out of the road, but the referee says that's a free.
Yeah, the hand in the back and the pull jersey, and now a bit of descent in Carrickcruppen, and the ball's been moved forward.
Well, you would think that an experienced player would know to say nothing to the referee. He moves the ball up, and this is definitely well within Stevenson's range.
It should be a natural one for Stevenson, just flick it over, and that was a bit of a waste there Billy Joe, with all his experience, shouldn't have fouled him in that area there.
Well, somebody said something, the ball was pulled forward, so Stevenson puts this one up in the air and just sails it over the bar, James. A handy enough one there for Stevenson.
Yeah, no problem. He'll do that all day. That's now 6-2. Sarsfields opening up a 4-point lead and cruising.
So Carrickcruppen definitely under the cosh here early in the second half. 13 minutes gone. Barry Flynn and Gary Boyle are standing scratching their heads thinking, what am I going to do here? Gary Boyle's looking round, he's deciding, will I make a call here, will I make a switch? He's saying, I think I should. Barry says, wait a minute. But I think that's what will be going through their brains. Will we bring somebody in? But they haven't done anything yet. McCullough punches this one long. It's coming out. Harld's underneath this one. He gathers it up. A great catch by big Stephen Harld. He passes the ball back to Billy Joe Padden. Billy Joe Padden on the far side launches it long. Ball comes in, but again, the Sarsfields men, there are 2 or 3 Sarsfields men inside. They're getting the ball, so the Cruppen men working very hard to try to get a snip of the ball, but the Sarsfields on the attack. There always seems to be an overlap from a Sarsfields man. They're coming down the far side. Sarsfields seem to have an extra man. Well, there's a good rugby tackle if you were in Lansdowne Road. Cruppen man was lucky enough to get away with that. So the Sarsfields, James, they seem to be doing everything right, and they seem to have learnt everything from last week.
Yeah, another dangerous ball in. It looks like that the Cruppen full forward line is pulled out near the half forward line. There's a couple of them filtering back now, but they're out far too far from the goal.
The ball comes in this time to Sloan. Sloan looks up. He's going to be pushing this one down towards the corner. Down goes Dacky Monaghan. Dacky tried to get his hands on that one. Declan should have been picking that one up and taking the tower down the field, but he missed it and pushed it out. So Sarsfields build from their back line, out to come with the ball. Ball spilled inside Sarsfields. The midfielder, well, Johnny Reynolds. Johnny takes a lot of steps, goes back, pushes the ball back to his other midfield partner. So driving through the tackles, the Sarsfield men, they're saying, this is our ball. Out to come. McVerry comes after the ball. The break balls, every break ball has been picked up here by the men from the High Moss, and as I say, that Carrickcruppen got that one up away over on the far side. This time Carrickcruppen with Bradley. Bradley goes up the right hand side, gives the ball into Keenan. Keenan looks up. Keenan, the captain, he punches this one long all the way down to Monaghan, and Monaghan gets this one. He'll turn and he'll go because Monaghan has a burst of speed. Monaghan's going to go, and he's going to go for the goal here. Great save there by the goalkeeper. Dacky Monaghan should have done better on that one. There was a chance that looked to be a lift off the ground, but McAvoy gathers the ball up. He's coming out, he's been put under pressure, but he gets the ball out, and way over on the far side the Sarsfields men come from their goalkeeper out with the ball.
That was a great chance there for Cruppen to get a goal, but it was a great ball by Paul Keenan.
And Sarsfields down the far side. Well, that looked to be a little bit of a trip. Paul Keenan's not happy there. He says, I didn't really do anything there, but the referee spotted it. So Carrickcruppen had a chance there for a goal. And James, they need to be clipping points over the bar at this stage. They've only hit 2 scores.
Yeah, I know the goalkeeper saved that, but even if it put over the bar, we would only have 3 points in it. But Sarsfield still looked the more dangerous and seemed to be more hungry.
Well, Sarsfields give that ball away over. Billy Joe Padden steals it back. Billy steams up the wing, the man from the west. He's over on the far side. That's on the east terrace. He's not in the west, but he gets it up this time. Gets a lot of attention over on the far side. Keenan puts a Holy Mary, Mother of God ball. It's up in the air, and out comes Carville and Sloan. Well, the Cruppen man pushes that one out, and we went to see what the linesman does. Well, the linesman says that's the Cruppen ball. No, he didn't. He says it's a Sarsfields ball.
Bit high there from Paul Keenan. He needs to get it in low to his fast forwards.
Well, the Carrickcruppen men need to get their tackles and need to be getting tighter to the men. They're giving Sarsfields a lot of space here, and they're coming down the field all over the place. This ball skids off the surface and beats everybody, but Carrickcruppen, James, are given too much space.
Yeah, they were very unlucky there. Sarsfields with the ball flipped out over the line. Stepped out over the line.
Well, as we say there about as we said earlier on about this staff rule, James, about the stepping over the line, one of the Cruppen boys stepped over the line and the ball has been given, but is that not, it should be a hot ball as far as I know?
Yeah, it should be a hot ball. It's a bit crazy rule, but
well, the ball's picked up there. Stevenson, he pushed a lovely pass away across the other side of the field. Sarsfields have an opportunity, and this ball's put up in the air, but McCullough will pick this one, no bother. Out he comes with the ball. So the ball comes out to McVerry. McVerry gives it to Harld. Harld gives it inside. So Mark Patton gathers the ball. He goes up the middle. He looks round. He pushes this one all the way down towards McCullough. McCullough tries to get that one, but it comes off the surface. And out comes Sloan or Carville. Again, the Carrickcruppen men a wee bit slow, James, coming out there. And Dacky Carville's getting a little bit animated.
Yeah, the Cruppen full forward line are not getting the right ball in. The balls are bouncing over their head. They're not being delivered. The surface is very slippy today, so you actually have to give them in the right ball. But
Well, as we look over there, the referee is going to be probably booking Carrickcruppen on. Dacky Carville needs to be settling his head down. He's going to be picking up a yellow card. I just say hello to Owen Carew. Well, lads, watching the game in New York here, bring on big Paddy McCullough. Well, I would agree with you there, Owen. If you come from New York, he'd probably be better on the field than sitting in the stand. Chris McCarron, how many times will we see Mickey Stevenson first pump when he scores? So we have a yellow card there for Dacky Carville. Dacky Carville picks up a yellow card for his indiscretion, but the Sarsfields men build from the back line, out to come, pushing the ball all the way across the field. This can go right, I see the far side, but ball spills out, but the Carrickcruppen men, Billy Joe Patton tries to get the foot in, he gets the foot in. Stephen Harrell, well, Stephen missed the ball, I don't know what he was at there, but he didn't pick the ball up. Carrickcruppen playing very casual type football, not intense championship, and that man McGahey comes out, McGahey gives the ball away. Harrell drives forward and he's being pulled. This time the referee spotted this one.
Deliberate foul.
So David Kelly looks up. David Kelly, the ball goes away out to Monaghan. Monaghan gathers this one up. Dacky Monaghan needs to be getting the ball up and get going. He put his hand on that one, but he goes one way, he goes the other. Paul Keenan standing his own, but Monaghan's driving forward, puts this one up in the air, and he puts it over the bar. A good score from Dacky Monaghan.
Great score by Dacky Monaghan. Cruppen looked a little bit more lively there in the forward line. As I said, if you get the ball into the forwards, the Cruppen men will do the damage. There's only 3 points in it now.
And of course, James, Dacky Monaghan, well, he was thinking of going for goal there, but as I say, it takes 2 to beat a point, so he'd probably done the right thing at this stage of the game.
He had the right options, but 19 minutes gone, there's only 3 points in it.
And of course, don't forget Destination Erie's new app. It'll get you straight onto the Destination Erie website. You can watch Gaelic games all over the place with the new app. It's definitely worth getting onto. The ball's coming out into the middle of the field. Patton pushes it down. Keenan goes after it. This time he gathers it up. Back to Patton. Patton gives it in to Sloan. Sloan comes out. Sloan puts a high looping pass inside to Carville. Carville gathers this one up. Carville goes one way. He goes the other. He beats his man. He's heading towards the goal. He checks inside. He puts on his right foot and he pulls it in a super strike there from the boot of Dacky Carville.
Great score by Dacky Carville. All his own work. Got him, turned the man, quick feet, and delivered the score. Brilliant.
Well, there we go. I have to say hello to Ger Dawson, ex-High Moss man down in Dundee. I'm in the bad books. Neighbours have a barquee, a big barbecue after their daughter's wedding or Sarsfields match. Well, what a dilemma. Game wins. I'm glad to hear that, Ger, because I would think I would have done the same myself. So it's great to have you on board here this afternoon on Destination Erie's live game round the world. We're back to Armagh. We have Darren McAvoy kicking this one. The ball's up in the air. 2-3 Cruppen men, but they mistime that one. Out comes McGill. McGill comes after him. Great bit of defensive work there, but Sarsfields, and of course that man Stevenson gets the ball. The ball's pushed inside. Niall Saxon's missed that one. The ball comes out to Murray. Murray goes the long way, puts a lovely ball up in the air. That would be a super point, and that's a super strike from Murray.
Absolutely fantastic score. He had a little bit too much time on the ball. There was no Cruppen man within 10 yards of him, but an excellent score off his left foot.
I would think that Niall Saxon would need to get a wee bit tighter to his marker there. I can tell you that's for sure. But Stevenson's doing a lot of work off the ball, getting the ball, passing it in, James, and putting the pass on for the score.
Yeah, the ball is being delivered into him. We're a 3-point game now again, and nearly 21 minutes gone.
And the ball comes out into the middle of the field. The Cruppen men again. Ball's broken down in the middle. Cruppen not winning one break ball in the middle. Ball's pushed long in over the top, but the keeper will gather this one. Or is that Barry Loughlin? Barry Loughlin comes out. Sarsfields, they're playing very, very deep. The ball comes into John McGill, offloads to Kelly. Kelly checks one way. He's under a lot of pressure. Punches the ball into Barry Loughlin. Barry Loughlin looks up. Who wants the pass? The ball comes into Patton. Makes him a lot of work, but Loughlin gathers the ball. Takes about 4 men out with the pass. Goes a long way. He looks up. Where's the support? Keenan comes long. The ball comes in, but that's a poor pass. Ball's out. McCullough comes after the ball. He gathers the ball up in the middle of the field and he's hacked to the ground. Yeah, and that's a free for the Carrickcruppen youngster.
That was a bad foul there, but he needs to get in quick.
The referee's moving the ball up, so Carrickcruppen need a couple of men on the inside line. They're calling for the ball into the corner. The ball goes in. Great pass in there by Conor Sloan. Picked up by Monaghan. Monaghan swings on the shoulder, puts it up in the air, and that's a bad wide, James.
Yeah, Dacky Monaghan should have steadied himself and got a point out of that. That would have made a 2-point game again. The ball is going into the Cruppen forward line. They just need to be steady up and be a little bit more accurate.
And of course, the Sarsfields men, well, the score 7-4, and we've 22 minutes past here in the first half. The sun is out in the athletic grounds this afternoon. Of course, Destination Erie bringing you live Gaelic round the world this afternoon from Morgan Athletic Grounds. And this time we see big Paddy McCullough is getting warmed up. Barry Flynn is talking to him. James, we said earlier that he probably should have started if he came in from New York. So Paddy McCullough is coming into the game in a minute or two. McAvoy kicks this one long. The ball goes long, dropping down. Harl stretches for this one. and he gets the free, so Cruppen have the free. They take the quick ball out to Sloan. Sloan gathers this one up. He's well fit to score. He puts it back. Well, that's Carville, but the ball has been given away. So that was McCulley. He gave the ball back to Keenan, and the ball spun out. Oh, that was over carrying the ball there, James. We got that one first on destination, Yuri.
Yes, that was the Sarsfield management won't be too happy with that. Paddy McCullough here were getting ready and warming up on the line. They're obviously going to bring him in here to shore up the middle of the field because they've been losing a lot of balls in the middle of the field. But this should be another point here for the Cruppen men.
So Carville's coming out to take this one. So Dackie Carville, Carrickcruppen need to just, James, I just think they're not tuned in fully at this stage of the game. They need to be tuned in and ready for action.
Sarsfields look a little bit more lively and quicker to the ball. It's like Cruppen are a little bit lackadaisical.
23 minutes and 10 seconds have elapsed in the first half. Carville hits a daisy cutter inside, and that was careless as well there, James.
Yeah, they're the chances there that we've missed. That's four wides now for Cruppen, and they'll all add up.
Well, I would have been letting Conor Sloan hit that one straight in front of the goals. He done it for St Paul's in the All-Ireland, 4-7 in favour of the men from the High Moss. That could come back to bite Carrickcruppen later on in the game, but that was a very, very handy score not to be taken. So Paddy McCullough is coming into the game, the man that played his football in New York all summer. The ball is still here in the athletic grounds. McGill gathers that one up, and he's been tackled and he's been pulled, or Billy Joe Padden, and the referee says that's definitely a free. Big Paddy McCullough is coming in, so all the lads in New York will be shouting and saying, come on Paddy, the ball has been moved up. A little bit of indecision there by the High Moss men. Paddy McCullough stretching. He has 6 minutes to get into this game for the second half. Billy Joe Padden says, take it easy lads, I'm going to have a go at this one. Billy Joe Padden, the man from Mayo, away over in the west. They're playing next week in the All-Ireland final, but Billy Joe here in the athletic grounds this afternoon. Billy Joe Padden from Mayo, he takes a long look at the goals. This is a very crucial score for Billy Joe Padden. He puts it up in the air and he pulls it to the left and wide, James.
Yeah, Billy Joe, the calibre of Billy Joe, he should have put that over the bar. That's 5 wides now for Cruppen versus 1 wide for Sarsfields. So Cruppen have had their chances.
And Paddy McCullough is going into the game in the 24th minute of the first half. Paddy McCullough, he played for Cavan in New York. He flew in from New York earlier yesterday morning. We're waiting to see will Carrickcruppen take somebody off here. Niall Saxon's coming off. Paddy McCullough's gone out to wing back, so Niall Saxon is off. Paddy McCullough is into the game here. So Saxon's off, McCullough is in. He flew over from New York. He played in the New York Championship last weekend. They were beat by Kerry in the New York Championship semi-final. So here today, he's back playing for his club, Carrickcruppen. 7-4, 3 points in it, 25 minutes gone, 5 minutes left. The sun is still shining, Sarsfields are still 3 up. The ball is still coming out into the middle of the field. McCullough goes up, he knocks it down. Keenan gathers it up, Keenan pushes it long, away over on the far side. This time Cruppen on the attack on the far side. Harld, he tries to get the ball up, the overlap comes, an opportunity for Cruppen. Well, they're going to work awful hard, holding on to the ball, puts it across again. An opportunity, the ball is spun out. David Kelly tries to gather this one up. Kelly's going to take a Holy Mary Mother of God shot, and that's exactly what he does. He would have been better pushing it out to the men on the far side that could have took the score.
Yeah, that's 6 wides there. Too slow of a build up, Damien, on the far side of the field. The ball then came back across the field and it was skidding along the ground. Cruppen need to be more sharper in shooting.
Well, I think that the Carrickcruppen men need to be pushing the ball in quicker. Sarsfields are doing everything correct here, James. They're in control of this game. There's no question. They sort of went out it for a couple of minutes there, but they've done everything right. They've overlapped. They've took the scores 7-4. There's 3 points in it, and we've 3.5 minutes left to half time plus injury time.
Yeah, they're filtering back in numbers too when Cruppen get the ball. There's still a big gap though in the middle of the field that still needs to be plugged. I thought Patrick McCullough would come in and fill that gap, but maybe for the second half.
Well, as we say that, we look out, there's an injury to a Sarsfields man on the far side. We'll get you posted here on the comments as they come in to Destination Uris. So we're going to have a look at the comments here and see what's happening around the world here this afternoon. So we're going to get the comments up here now in 2 seconds and we'll let you know what's happening. So as I look over, I see there's a Sarsfields man injured, James, so hopefully it'll not be too serious.
No, he looks like maybe a back injury. The physio's out stretching him up. Yeah, looks like a back injury. He's stretching his back here, so looks like he'll be okay. A little drop of the magic water and a stretch to the toes and he should be fine.
So Mike Moore's listening in New York. We have to say hello to Mike. It's great to have you on board, Mike. And there goes Big Rory. So we'll keep you posted as the game goes on here this afternoon. So we look down and we see Darren McAvoy. Darren McAvoy sets the ball on top of this one of these fancy kicking D's at the call. He launches this one, goes the other side, the ball goes way over on the far side. McCullough's coming out for this one and he raises up to the air. He pulls it down to Harl. Harl's going to be pushing this one, but they need to be getting that ball because the lads have made the run. The ball goes way over the far side and it's going to beat everybody, but out comes Sloan. And of course, James, that little hesitation on the pass.
Little hesitation on the pass, ball skips out over the line. That's 7 wides for Cruppen, but McCullough made an impact there when he broke down that ball.
Well, we look out and we see Darren McAvoy is going to be kicking that one out. We'll keep you posted on the comments as they come in. Just there's a lot happening here in the athletic grounds. So we're rattling towards the end of the first half, 7-4. Carrickcruppen haven't opened up in this game yet. McAvoy, he took off a good save earlier on there from Dackie Monaghan. He pushes this one towards the middle. That's over on the far side. There's 2 or 3 Cruppen men. Goes up. Big Patton gathers this one. He looks up. He drives through the heart of the Sarsfields men, and the referee says that's a free. There's a gaggle of Carrickcruppen men there. Again, the ball goes in. That's a high looping ball. It's dropping in over the top. Carville gathers this one on the shins. He looks round, but the ball was soccered away, and Harl tried to bend down, and that's a line ball for Carrickcruppen.
Yeah, but the last couple of balls that have come out to the middle of the field, Cruppen have won it. With the introduction of McCullough, it's naturally shoring up the midfield here. But we're nearly coming up to 1 minute left.
But then Carrickcruppen, James, they need to be putting low ball into the Cruppen forward line. The ball comes in along the ground, but the ball's given away, picked up here this time. Referee has indicated that that's a free, and this is another handy one. Well, this time Keenan calls Carville over. He missed one from the same position about 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, this should be another score for Cruppen to put 2 between them. As you were saying, the high ball coming in doesn't suit Cruppen. It needs to be low at the feet of their forwards. And
I would say if Cruppen goes into this half 2 points down, they'll be happy enough the way the game panned out, because the Sarsfields got a mighty start, James.
Yeah, Sarsfields are a lot more looking lively. The Cruppen management will be happy if there's 2 points in it.
So Carville puts this one over the bar from the ground. So that's another good score from Carville.
Yeah.
2 points between them, rattling towards the end of the half. 30 minutes have elapsed almost, and now depending on what they call out for extra time or injury time, we didn't see it, so we're not sure. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Marty tells us there's 2 minutes. There's 2 minutes to the half. So we're into the allocated. Well, we're not, but we're almost with 10 seconds to go, and then we have 2 minutes. So of course, live Gaelic games on Destination Uri, and don't forget Destination Uri's new app. You can get it for your iPhone or your Android, and then you can pick it up all around the world. The ball's coming out underneath us here. McGill goes up. Billy Joe padding well. Billy Joe, I don't know what way he was trying to catch that one, but it was very poor. But the ball's given away, but it's gathered back up again. The tackles come in from Kelly. Kelly pulls his man to the ground, and McGowan sort of pulled that foul. McGowan pushes that one in. The ball's coming in down over the top. Loughran comes down. John McGill scoops up the loose ball, gives a lovely pass out. Carrickcruppen have a lot of man back in defence. Connor Sloan's back there. This ball's going long by McCullough. Down to McCullough. The 2 McCulloughs combined. Ball bounces. He gets it in. That's a great bit of work by the youngster along the line. The ball soccered in along the line. Picked up. Great bit of work there by Sarsfields to get the ball out to come. A great bit of tackling there by Cruppen. The ball spilled out. Kelly comes round. Or Keenan. He gathers the ball up. He's going forward and he's been pulled to the ground. That's great defensive work there by the Carrickcruppen full forward line, James.
Carrickcruppen's even defence worked that whole ball up the field to up as far as young McCullough here, who kept it in the line. It's a bit more fight to Cruppen in the last 5 minutes here, and it looks like this is going to be another score for Carville.
If Carville could clip this one over the bar, there's only 1 between them, and the way game's going, Carrickcruppen would be quite happy that they would just be 1 down. We'll keep the comments coming. We'll talk about them. Mike Moore from New York. Mike's looking in here and he's watching the game. So another crucial kick here from Declan Carville. Carrickcruppen 5 points. The High Moss Sarsfield 7. So Carville has a chance. He's taking a lot of time on it. Puts this one up on there, and the ball sails over the bar. There's 1 between them.
1 between them. Absolutely great. Carville has found his shooting boots now, and we're well into injury time.
Well, I would say if this ball's kicked out, the referee called 2 minutes. This ball probably will be the last kick of the first half. There's only 1 between them. 7 points to 6. We thought there would have been goals in this game, but we haven't seen sight nor sign of a goal here in the game. We're rattling towards the end of the first half. There's 2 minutes of additional time have now elapsed. The referee Murphy from on Portmore will be kicking, or will be blowing the whistle when this comes out, I would imagine, and that's exactly what he does, James. So at the half-time score, Carrickcruppen 7 points, the men from Sarsfields 8 points. James.
Yeah, I suppose if I was going into the Carrickcruppen dressing room about 10 minutes ago with even 3 points, I would have been happy. but they've really shored up their act. I think the introduction of John McCullough or Paddy McCullough in the second half has shored up the midfield. There's a bit more fight to Cruppen. Sarsfields will count themselves unlucky that they haven't scored more. If I look at some of the stats here,
yes, go ahead, James. Let's have the stats.
There's only 2 wides from Sarsfields and 7 wides from Cruppen. However, the big one for me is that Cruppen have lost 9 midfield kickouts compared to 4 for Sarsfield. So the problem is the ball is in the middle of the field, and when the ball is in the middle of the field, then it's being kicked in high to the forwards. Both teams are sort of suffering from that, but hopefully they'll regroup. There's still only a point in it, and they've a great chance in the second half. It's not like last night's game where Killeavy sort of had it wrapped up at half time. This will go right to the wire.
No doubt about that, James. And just as we said, I'm going to go through the comments here. Once we get the comments up, Dean North Armagh listening in from London, got a phone call last night to let me know I could watch online. Sarsfields for the big win. Okay, Dean, great to have you on board. Mike Moore, good luck to the boys. He's talking about Carrickcruppen. Super Service, Brenton Bourne watching down there in Dublin. Shane Williams, aka Dutchy. Come on, boys, let's finish the job today. If you're watching, Mommy, I miss you. I miss your Sunday dinners. So Big Shane must be away from home, far away fields. Connor watching from Green. Armagh. Harry, picture is very dull, lads. Well, we can't do anything about the weather, Harry, but hopefully we'll get that up. Danny Cinnamon, all the best to Carrickcruppen. And Daggy Carville, first goal 8-1. Well, Danny, maybe you could be still in that one. Kieran watching from Belarus. So Kieran, lovely to have you in from Belarus. Shane Williams, yeah. He's up in Perth. Big Dutchy Williams is in Perth, and Ryan watching from there. Yeah, we had that earlier on, so that's what we have. All the comments, keep them coming in on Destination Uri all around the world this afternoon.
Isn't it fantastic? There's so many people from all the different countries watching us here in the Armagh Athletic Grounds today.
James, there's no question about it, and of course we're going to keep going through the half time as far as I've been told here, so it's great to have you on board. The camera might be picking us up, I'm not sure if we're live. Hopefully they're watching the stand out there. It's probably better than watching us, James. But Carrickcruppen, James, would be happy enough going in 1 point down. They really played very little football there.
Carrickcruppen had a really flat start, and they're very lucky that that there's only a point in between it. I found that in the last couple of minutes they did lift their game, but with only a point in it, it's anybody's game now at the moment. I think I think if Cruppen keep the ball in low, I think they have a better chance, and it's the same for Sarsfields. They need to get the ball in. There's a lot of high ball being passed in, and there's still a lot of hand passes being delivered instead of delivering the high ball in.
Well, there we go. Helsinki Harps GA Club lads coming over loud and clear here in Finland. We have a wee Gaelic team set up here, among others, to South Armagh, Tony McDonald and Sean Patterson. Well, Helsinki Harps GA Club, it's great to have you on board here this afternoon from Destination Uri. So great to have you. It's definitely something else, James, when you think about it.
Tony from Newtown has I think he's the manager of the Helsinki Harps, so he's the man in charge over there.
So Gene McCarran, big hit there. So there we go, Gene, you're watching the game, there's no question about it. How many times will we see Mickey Stevens first? Yeah, we've already had that one, so we'll go up here and see. Video keeps freezing. WhatsApp, Mike Move. We've got that problem sorted. How you watching the game from New York? Come on, the Crupps. John Paul Rogers and Niall Rogers, great to have you. That's a Dutchy. And of course, watching it from Melbourne, Michael. I'm just looking down here. Michael and Katrina watching the game from Melbourne. Fiona Flynn, come on, Cruppen, you need to get your co-commentator from last week, Jerry Flynn, in for the second half analyst. Well, Fiona, your dad's sitting out the front there, and he says he's definitely not coming in. Bill says, what's the score? The score at half time, 7-6. Why did Paul Keenan not take the last 2 frees? Haven't a clue. I don't know. The tactics are that Dackie Carville does it. Maybe Conor Sloan could do it. Maybe Killen McCullough could do it. But James, that's a good question. Why is Dackie hitting all the frees?
Yeah, well, I suppose in training they've worked on it during the week that Dackie was going to take the frees unless something drastically happened. They would have a second in command if there was an injury or something like that. But Dackie has put 90% of what he kicked over the bar, so we can't fault him for that.
And of course Niall Skelton in Chicago. I can see the sun shining on the top of the brother's head. Come on the hoops, great to have you on board from Chicago. Still on our honeymoon. Well, with Paul last week and he's in Hawaii, and he says he's been watching us. So Paul, it's great to have you and your new wife watching the game here this afternoon. Neil McNulty, don't forget to watch our under 16s for the Shield next weekend. Of course, Neil, Carrickcruppen under 16s playing in the final this Saturday, I believe, in the under 16 Shield. We wish Carrickcruppen under 16s the very, very best in that one. So there we go. We're just going to go right through them here. There's more messages coming in here. Caelan Hughes in Perth, hello from Granny Brady. So Caelan Hughes, yes, of course, Brady Bennett from Carrickcruppen, she says hello to Caelan Hughes. Caelan, he's over in Australia and he's watching the game. So Caelan, it's great to have you on board this afternoon. The messages are coming in fast and furious all around the place here, James.
You have a lot of expats from Carrickcruppen in Australia at the moment. It's you could nearly form a team out there.
Well, there's no doubt about that, but Marty's keeping us right here. We look out and we see the youngsters on the field. There's more comments coming in, so we're going to get the comments. Shane Garvey's over in Kingston, Jamaica. He says up the Crupps, he's watching the game, listening from London. So Chris McGahey, player from Sarsfields, out in Texas playing soccer. Well, I wonder, you getting paid for that, Chris? I hope you are. Watching with all the Cowboys, trying to explain the rules and up the hoops. What do they think of the commentators, Chris? Let us know.
Yes,
we'd like to think what the Texans think. Well, when we think of Texas, we think of Big John Wayne. But here this afternoon, we're co-commentating with James Doyle down here. James, what do you think? Does the Texans understand our accent?
I don't know. I think you're going to get better than the Dallas Cowboys here today. There's 2 Dallas Cowboys in the commentary box, so they'll enjoy it, and it'll be something different for them.
And we look out, we see Ronnie Shields here today and Paul Carl watching the game. Ronnie Shields and Paul Carl is in Armagh watching the game. Rory, how do I watch it? Okay, we already had that. Paddy from Lurgan, he says Sarsfields were definitely getting their intentions going. Helsinki Harps. So there we have it. We have a wee Gaelic team. We've already said that. So the comments are coming in fast and furious all around the world this afternoon. James, live on Destination Uri.
I think this is the future of the GA, Damien, when you can, rather than having to video a match and send it to somebody over, ringing in and texting people, just as I said earlier, once you have your internet connection, you can watch it live on your iPhone. Once you have your iPhone app, absolutely brilliant.
So there we have it. So we have the game live here. Ramey Flynn's out in front of us here. Jerry Flynn's out there. Sean Trainor's out there.
Father Kevin
from Cullyhanna's there, and a very, very great GAM man, a man from, well, he played for Killeavy, he played for Crenchago, and he used to play centre half back, and I can tell you,
for Ballyhagan as well.
Yeah, he took no prisoners. Okay, so we're waiting on the 2 teams to come out here. So Sean Trainor's talking to Kevin Cullen, Father Kevin Cullen. They're having a good debate about what way the game's going, and if you know Father Cullen would be telling you how he thinks the game's going. So
you'll definitely get your opinion there. I suppose both teams now will be looking at the second half, 30 minutes of football, and they have the luxury of playing cross in the semi-final. So with a point in it, it's up for grabs. I just think that if Carrickcruppen can settle themselves and start with the same intensity that they finished with, I can just see him coming over the line here. There's the goalkeeper on Sarsfields has been threatened once, but McCullough hasn't been troubled. But maybe in the second half now, with Sarsfields playing up the other way, it could be different. But it'll be interesting to see in the next 5 minutes, is there any changes to the teams? Well,
we'll not be long finding out, because we're waiting on the teams to come out. But a good crowd gathered here in the athletic grounds. Gareth McCullough's here, Joe McManus, the man that called the game last week a draw, he's here, and Eugene Craney is in the press box. So the local hacks are here. Craney's drinking tea, Joe's drinking tea. Well, Gareth wanted to know what he'd do last night. I told him to get himself to Armagh, and here he is. So Gareth is here in Armagh this afternoon. Eugene Craney, we're going to get an opinion from Eugene. If Eugene would come over here to us, we'll talk to Eugene. Yeah, Eugene, you were just saying there that a lot of people were talking about Destination Uri's coverage on live Gaelic games.
Absolutely, Damien. Very, very, very much so. It really impressed last week. Just looking back on last week's game, this match has sort of taken a similar pattern, as it were. Last week, Sarsfields were terrible in the first half, but hung in, went in front. Cruppen started off very, very slowly in the first 15 minutes, but they've basically won every ball, Damien, in the last 10 minutes of the first half, coming into it. And if I was a Cruppen manager, I'd be very happy to be a point down at half time, in fairness. Well,
that's what we were saying there, Eugene. But they brought Paddy McCullough in, and a big influence when he came in 4 minutes from the end of the first half there. So big plus, and if I was Carrickcruppen, I would be pushing him towards the middle.
Very much so. But what I noticed about Cruppen too was the big men at the edge of the square, and if I was them, I'd be driving everything into the 14-yard line or into the edge of the square where the big men are. They're playing a lot of diagonal balls out of the corners, and they're overspilling them. And they want to be sort of capitalising on getting the ball in first time. Sarsfields will punish them eventually in the second half with the mobility. I think last week they finished a wee bit stronger with the fitter men, the smaller men and the fitter men, Damien. But I think it'll go right down to the wire, to be honest.
I think, Eugene, if we go back to the match last week, if the game had went on another half a minute, I would probably say Carrickcruppen probably would have picked that one up because they were in the ascendancy. They got the last 2 scores. But this game is sitting sweet, and I just look out to see Mags McAlinton, the Clonerne ladies were supposed to be playing the final the day the match was called off. I don't know why, but the match was called off. Armagh ladies in the All Ireland final, Eugene, in 2 weeks' time, the 7th of October.
Intermediate final with Mags would be, she's a Clonerne player, she's the daughter of Brian McAlinton, former Sarsfields manager and former Armagh manager, as you know, and I wish the Armagh ladies all the best. I see Derry drew with Galway in intermediate camogie final at Croke Park there about half an hour ago,
and unfortunately Down got beat 111 to 1-9 in the junior, so hard luck to Down.
Very much so, Damien, but we're looking forward to the second half here. It's all to play for, and that guy Carwell for Cruppen looks very impressive. Looks like a good footballer.
Well, Eugene, we'll have another crack at the end of the game. Cruppen is out on the field, so no changes from Cruppen. They have come back on the field the way they finished the first half. So, James, what do you make of that?
No, I think that's fine because they finished strong in the last 10 minutes. There was no need to make any changes yet. Cruppen out first doesn't really give anything. I think they're ready to rock. Is Paddy McCullum moving into the middle of the field?
Well, I don't think so, but I will be playing him. He's still in the half back line, so Patton is in the middle of the field, so Patton and Harold in the middle of the field. So McCullough's back over here in the half back line. Billy Joe Patton, he's talking to Billy Joe Patton, so he's still in the half back line. And it'll be interesting to see how quick ball goes into the forwards. The Sarsfields men aren't out, James. Mihal, Kane and Katrina, they're watching from Melbourne. He was here last week. Conor Mallon says Grange minors in the first minor final against Clevey on the 14th of October. So Conor, yes, good luck to Grange against Clevey. That will be a cracking match, and it's great to see Grange in a minor final.
Yeah, absolutely great. And Whitecross are in the Division 2 final against Madden. I think that's on the 7th of October.
So we wish Madden and Whitecross, I think that's St Bridget's amalgamation.
St Bridget's, yeah.
So good luck to them lads in the final. It's great, James, that the lads have a chance to play out here on the athletic grounds. But as I see, the referee's getting a little bit impatient.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit agitated.
James, I'm one of those people that I always love to see my team coming out second, because I always think you can get a couple of wee things tightened and straightened before you go out. I think Carrickcruppen maybe came out a wee bit too early, but maybe that's just me.
Sarsfields are looking for the psychological advantage here. The ref is looking patiently into the tunnel. I see one of the Sarsfield selectors moving out now, so they must be on the way.
Well, we're waiting on the second half to start here. Carrickcruppen 6 points, the men from the High Moss, the mighty Sarsfields 7, and of course we have Michael Stevenson, Mihal Kane. Yes, Mihal Kane's listening in Australia. And so Teresa and Mickey says to Mihal, good luck son, we're missing you here. You're they're very sad that you're away to Australia, but we know you'll enjoy yourself. And we look out here and we see Gary Boyle. Is Gary threatening to start for Carrickcruppen?
The referee is heading towards the tunnel.
So the referee's heading in towards the tell the boys to come out. But Teresa and Mickey Kane says to Mihal, I'm missing you. You're only away a week and she's missing you. Mummy and Daddy's missing you. But Mihal, you'll be grand. Of course, if you want to keep in contact, get a little message here on Destination Uri, and we cover games round the world. So the mighty Sarsfields come out on the field. There look to be no changes on it either, so the two teams look to be going the way they went at the end of the first half. So
30 minutes of football now will decide who plays Crossmaglen in the semi-final in a couple of weeks.
So we're waiting now. The next 30 minutes will determine both teams' participation in the Armagh Senior Championship here in the athletic grounds. The sun has come out, the clouds have sort of come across the top of the houses here, but the sun is still shining brightly here in the athletic grounds. Carrickcruppen down by 1. Okay, and don't forget to use the shout box at the bottom of the screen. We want to see your comments, we want to hear where you are, what you're doing. Carrickcruppen versus Sarsfields, the comments at the bottom of the screen. The game is about to commence, the referee's about to throw it in, but there's a Sarsfields man walking across the field in no big hurry. Don't forget the comment box, the shout box, whatever you want to call it, the bottom of the screen. Put your comments in and let us know. We want to hear what the Texans over in Texas think about the commentators here down in Armagh. Let us know what the commentators sound like in Texas. The game goes on, the ball is up in the air, broken down, out comes Sloan, he gathers that one at the second attempt, puts it into Patton launches a low long ball down towards the full forward line of Carrickcruppen, but that's a poor enough ball. Carville goes after his man, the ball goes back to the keeper's coming out with the ball. McAvoy, he's coming out with the ball, passes the ball inside, an opportunity for Sarsfields. Ball's pushed into space here. Out comes Billy Joe Padden. The ball is offloaded inside. The big man, Lavery in the middle. He gathers that ball up. He goes one way, passes the ball back. There's on the midfield player. McGee launches a high ball towards the east stand, and it's a handy pick up over on the far side. Kelly was caught for speed, but Kelly comes in, puts the foot in, soccers the ball out, and that ball goes out, but it's still on the ground. Kelly goes down and he gets a push, but the referee says play on. So that's a 45. If Kelly had been cute, he should have backheeled that ball into the Sarsfields man, James, and got the wide.
Cruppen had a good start there. They got a ball in the middle of the field and delivered in quickly, so hopefully that's more like things to come.
Paul Waters says bring back Shimmy Kane, he would sort the wides out. Well, Paul, probably agree with you to a certain degree. So we're looking down here, the first 45 off the second half, away over in the corner, James, right on the sideline on the 45 for the Sarsfields men.
Yeah, this is going to be a difficult one from Stevens. He's right over on the end line. There's also a Cruppen man down, or a Sarsfields man down here in front of us.
I see Paul Doyle, the Armagh manager, watching the game here. He just walked past us there, so a very, very long angled ball dropping in, coming in, the sun's shining, the ball's up, picked out of the clouds there by a Cruppen man. Out he comes with the ball, driving up the field is Harl. He's coming long, he pushes it long all the way down. Out comes McCullough gathers that one, but he spills off him, and out comes, should have had it, but the ball goes out. An opportunity for Sarsfields. Well, the referee gave a free there, handy enough free to be getting, but Sarsfields get on with the game. The ball is away out towards the east stand. Patton's chasing after the Sarsfields man. The Sarsfields man drops the shoulder, goes past the Cruppen man. There's three men chasing him. He goes past the whole lot of him. He's nearly running with the ball to the Sarsfields, and the referee says he was pulling. James, he was lucky to get away with that.
Yeah, that was a bit of a soft one there. I wouldn't have given that one myself. But there seems to be a lot more running in both teams in the second half. They seem to be more mobile and seem to be up for it. That was a great defensive run there by Cruppen to get the ball out. Unfortunately, McCullough didn't gather it.
But again, they need the quality ball going in. Yeah, this should put Sarsfields 2 up, James.
Yeah, this is a must for Sarsfields.
It's just on the inside of the arc of the D. It's up in the air and it's over the bar.
It's a good score there by Stevenson. He's not going to miss in there. If Cruppen keep fouling outside the D, Stevenson will put the ball over the bar every time.
And of course, there's a Sarsfields man down injured. Hopefully he'll be alright. He's getting a little bit of attention, probably getting a bit of free spray and a wee bit of water.
Yeah, he seems to have some sort of a neck or a back injury there. He's being worked on by the physio.
So Carrickcruppen's calling for another ball behind the goals. McCullough comes out. I bet he'll be kicking the ball a wee bit quicker this half when they're down by 2.
Yeah, I see Paul Keenan floating in around here near the middle of the field. It looks like the ball is going to come out towards him. He's going to run in for the break.
And don't forget the comments box underneath us. Let us have your comments. Let us know where you are, what part of the world you're in. Shane Garvey, big second half, needed Dacky for a goal, no problem for the Crupps, all the way from Jamaica. And don't forget, Shane, you're going to set up that wee interview for me. I'll keep that one under wraps. So we're waiting for McCullough to kick the ball out, but the physio from Sarsfields is still down. He's up now. Sean Austin, poor enough standard for quarter-final of Senior Championship. Well, the game hasn't opened up yet, but the ball comes out underneath us here. McCullough comes out, he gathers this up, he checks inside, he offloads the pass to Bradley pushes into Keenan. The ball spins along the ground, it's a wee bit long. Great ball soccer and back to Keenan. Keenan's going to pull this one, he puts it up in the air. Super strike there from the boot of Paul Keenan.
That went a whole way from Paddy McCullough, who got the ball into Paul Keelan, who got it back. Absolutely fantastic score.
And Thomas Ferris is watching in from Australia. So hello Thomas, great to have you on board this afternoon. Tommy, if you're here, we know you will be playing. He says he misses all his mates, so it's great to have you on board. Keep the comments coming in here, and don't forget Destination Jury's new app, lads. If you're in Australia, you can get the app for your iPhone and keep in touch with home. Very, very handy. McAvoy, he kicks the ball out, away over on the far side. The ball's coming down, ball's broken down, picked up again, this time by Harl. He offloads the ball to Connor Sloan. Connor Sloan gives it into McCullough. McCullough gathers that one up, he looks for the support. The support comes in from the back. The ball, well, that's a high ball. I was going to say a Holy Mary Mother of God ball, but it was that sort of a silly sort of a kick. I didn't know what to say there, James.
Yeah, that was a bad ball in there. With the amount of possession Cruppen had at the start, they need to be punishing Sarsfields.
Well, that was a poor pass from Davy Kelly, but the game goes on. Sarsfields build from the back, up the field, they come with the ball, pushing it long, way down into the corner on the east stand. The sun is gone. Sarsfields attacking. There's only one between them, 78. This is a very tight match. Somebody says the standard's not good, but it's a tight championship match. And there, the Sarsfields man, he's running round Loughney. He's definitely running round Loughney, but he gets away with that one. Out comes Harl. The ball soccered away. Sarsfields push the ball all the way back. This time it comes to Reynolds, the man that started back in 1990 for the Senior Championship. And there's another Kelly pass, but there wasn't Kelly this time. But the ball's broken down. McGowan gathers it up on the far side. Soccers the ball back. Poor football at this stage. Out comes Cruppen with the ball. Tackles coming in, and the referee says that's a free in.
Oh, that was a bit of a dodgy one there. I thought that was a free the other way. Still very, very tight stuff here in the first 5.5 minutes. This is another dodgy one here for Stevenson. It might be a little bit outside his range.
But the game, James, it's a wee bit fractious at the moment. Carrickcruppen need to settle down a wee bit. Sarsfields need to settle down. 78. Can Carrickcruppen get the go-ahead score? Or will Sarsfields put 2 up? Stevenson puts this one up. That looks sweet. And it goes over the bar.
Score. Absolutely fantastic. We doubted him there, but no. Great score. Michael Stevenson puts that one over the bar. Number 15 for Sarsfields, Michael Stevenson. That was handy wee scores for him, and that very experienced free kicker, James. Yeah, there's 2 points now in it again. Once again, the game needs to settle down with 6 minutes gone in the second half.
So the ball's pushed out underneath us here. Harl goes up, but everybody missed it. But Keenan gathers it the second attempt. He goes the long way around. There's an opportunity here for Cruppen. He goes long. He's still going down the lane. He checks one way. He punches the ball all the way back to Harl. Harl gathers this one up, puts it up in the air, and he pushes that one in. It's dropping down, and it's off the crossbar, and the ball comes out. Well, that's a hard one there for Cruppen. The ball goes out way over the far side.
Could have been a point or could have been a goal, but
picked up by Cruppen. They're still on the attack. The ball's offloaded. Kelly puts this one in. This is a better ball. It gets in. All misses everybody, but the fullback gathers it up. Back to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper kicks this one long, gets it out. The pressure's not coming on the rear guard of the Sarsfield men. They're coming out with the ball. Dackie Carville's down injured on the far side, but the Sarsfields with Reynolds pushes the ball out. Reynolds playing well. The ball comes out this time to Breen. He scored a point earlier on. He pushes the ball all the way down towards the corner, down to Reynolds, and the ball has gone out on wide, James.
Another poor pass. Cruppen were a bit lackadaisical there, closing down the Sarsfields men. It looks like the rain is going to come in the next couple of minutes, Damien, so it's important in the next 2 or 3 minutes that both teams settle down.
Cruppen playing very tight football over along the east stand. Down the left side, they're going with the ball. Loughran, he's driving forward. He goes long way, puts it into Keenan. Keenan's going to put this one up in the air. It's coming in, it's going to drop down. And Declan Carville had a chance for a goal. And Dackie Carville has put the ball in the back of the net. The ball is in the back of the net by Dackie Carville. Danny Cinnamon has got us 8-1 on Dackie Carville here this afternoon.
Score by Dackie Carville. A high ball in by Paul Keenan. And a great score.
And of course, a super score. Declan says, just tuned in down the country to hear James Doyle. He took us for a few speed sessions throughout the year. Best training sessions ever. So Declan's great to have you on board. Reynolds has been beaten for the first time in this 2-game tie. The ball's out. McCullough knocks the ball down. Carrickcruppen winning ball in the middle of the field. Going with the ball. He looks up. He passes the ball. Fraker Bradley gives the ball into Dackie Carville. Dackie Carville is going one way. He checks with the right foot. He puts it up in the air and he pulls it. And he pulls it to the right and wide.
He was under a little bit of pressure, but Cruppen's tails are up at the moment now, and Sarsfields will need to get a grip here. It'll go one way. There's a point in it.
And Carrickcruppen are ahead by a goal there from Dackie Carville. Danny Cinnamon, well, he's singing and dancing this evening because Dackie Carville is a substitute coming in for Sarsfields as we look down. But McAvoy, he's going to be kicking this one long. Carrickcruppen 1 up here in this tie. Referee says get the ball out. The ball goes out into the middle of the field. Harl comes up. He knocks the ball down. He gathers it up. He goes one way. He goes the other. He still has the ball under his arm. He's going forward. Carville's calling him in. He puts this one up in the air and it comes in over the top. And another chance for a goal. Another goal. And this time Carville has got a second goal. Is this Carville's second goal? It's Carville's second goal.
Unbelievable. It was like a volleyball match. That's 2 great goals by Dackie Carville. Absolutely brilliant performance.
So with number 21 in for, we have young Paul McGowan. Paul McGowan is in for the Sarsfields. 2 high balls in for Carrickcruppen. 2 goals by Dackie Carville. And James, of course, the new rule from the GAA allowed that to happen.
Yeah, the square ball rule. So it looks like
Kieran
McAlinden is warming up here as well. The Sarsfield management looks like they're panicking a bit, so they're trying to make changes.
So, of course, Carrickcruppen 2-7 to 0-9. I can tell you the game is turned on his head in 2 minutes here. 2 goals by Dackie Carville. He was 8-1 to score 1. I wonder what was he to score the first 2 goals of the game. I can tell you, don't forget the new Destination Erie app. Get it for your iPhone. You can watch us anywhere around the world. The ball comes down into the middle. Sarsfields won that one for the first time this long time. Ball goes out, but going over on the far side. Sarsfields on the attack. They're going forward up the far side. Tackles coming in the far side. The ball spills out, picked up 2 or 3 Cruppen men round, but the Sarsfields men gather the free. This ball's going to be coming in. Ball comes in, lifted off the ground. The referee says play on. Well, there's a hit over on the far side. There's a man down. Did the referee spot that one? Ball's up in the air. McCullough comes out. McCullough gathers this one. He pushes it all the way out to the far side to McGill. McGill's coming down. Keenan's calling for the ball. He goes after the ball. Keenan gathers this one. Well, he misses this one. He's been pulled to the ground. The referee says that's a free. So Paul Keenan knocked to the ground and got his free, James.
Paul Keelan got taken out of it there when there was a chance, and there was no one there between that and the half forward line, so it would have been a great chance from Cruppen. Have really upped their game here in the second half, and them 2 goals have really setting them. They appear to be winning a lot of balls in the middle of the field and working it in.
Pierce Casey, come on lads. And of course we have another man coming in here. We have, is this James Loughlin possibly coming into the game? James Loughlin got married there a week or 2 ago. James ready to come into the game here. Pierce Casey, come on lads, put up a bit of a fight. He says the ball's coming in, long ball. Carville comes out, he knocks it down, but it spills out to the Sarsfields man. Cruppen, well, they need to be getting, I would like to see a bit of quality ball coming towards the forwards. Big hit there by McCullough, and the ball spills out underneath it here. The full back Niblock comes out, he's been knocked to the ground, and the free referee is given the free.
Cruppen seem to be tackling in groups.
Hockeyan is underneath us here. Big tackle coming in here. Connor Sloan's underneath it. Well, there's a posse of Carrickcruppen men underneath us here. So, man, they come in there, number 19. Kieran McAlinden got a bit of a hit there. The referee says, hold on, there's going to be a substitute coming in here. Paddy McCullough's getting very close and personal here to big McAlinden. Well, the referee's going to call and talk to the 2 of them. So Kelly's off, James Loughlin's in. So the referee's going to be talking to McAlinden and McCullough, telling the 2 boys to settle down,
getting a little bit excited. But definitely Carrickcruppen are tackling with more ferocity in the second half.
2-7 to 0-9. Referee has indicated to the 2 boys to settle down. The next one that makes an indecision will be picked up. The ball gets in. That should have been a catch there by Patton. The ball spills out. Picked up. Sarsfields man on the ground. Handy enough free to be getting. There's a man ghosted up on the left side. Stevenson, he's gone out on the outside. McGill comes out, or Loughran comes after him. He pulls him down to the ground. The ball's on the ground. Referee says that's a touch on the ground.
Arm around the neck. Free. Just nearly outside the 21, so could be a score here for Stevenson.
So the Sarsfields man soccers the ball a little bit close to the referees, saying hold on, the linesman has spotted an indiscretion. There's going to be somebody talk to here, James.
I didn't spot it, but he's pointing, so
the referee's going to be talking to somebody probably. Well, he's having a serious hard think about what he's going to be saying to somebody here.
He's walking out to someone.
He could be talking to young Connor Sloan here maybe, because Connor earlier on got a yep. So Connor's getting probably a yellow card for his little bit of indiscretion earlier on.
Yeah, didn't really see what it was, but he's going to get a yellow for his troubles.
Well, he's getting talked to by the referee. Is this a yellow card or a red card? Very yellow card.
Yeah.
Connor needs to watch himself. Connor Sloan, he's starting college tonight, getting ready for Belfast tomorrow. When he looks out,
Johnny Reynolds taking this free.
But he took that ball about 10 metres closer to the referee spotted that one.
Crowd are cheering.
So well done to Kevin Murphy, the referee. The Sarsfields man pulled it a wee bit closer. And he steals it another one. I would say if the referee was going to do anything here, he'd probably hop the ball up. That's what I would do if I was the referee.
He moved it back.
The referee throws the ball back, and Sarsfields get on with the game. Enough of this to say back into the game. The ball is with Reynolds. He puts this one up in the air. The ball's up in the air. It's dropping down. 2, 3, 4. Keenan picks it up. Keenan looks up. Ball goes long. Away down to the far side. Dackie Monaghan comes out. He hasn't touched the ball this 20 minutes, but he gathers it this time. He looks round. Dackie Monaghan goes left. Down the left hand side. He puts the afterburners on. He can still motor, and he stops. Well, he gives the ball inside. Well, that was a poor enough effort.
Bad delivery at the end, but great work by Paul Keenan to get the ball out of the defence when the trouble was on.
So we want to see Carrickcruppen getting the quality ball into the forwards and not getting them in. So ball's given away. McGill's coming with the ball. McGill looks up. There's an overlap here from Cruppen. If they look up, well, Dackie Carville needs to settle. There was 3 men on the inside of the ball. Had to come on the inside, James.
Decky should have passed it across there. A little bit of a head stagger and caught it on the outside of the foot. But it's definitely Cruppen have upped the intensity here. Sarsfields don't seem to be matching them in all areas of the field, with 14.5 minutes gone in the second half.
Darren McAvoy. Darren's going to be kicking this ball out. Don't forget the app from Destination Erie. You can get it on your iPhone, your iPad, wherever you want to do it, and it'll get you live onto the games here. McAvoy puts this one up in the air. Loughran's underneath this one. He catches it, knocks it down. Picked up on the far side by Lavery. Lavery goes one way, spills the ball back. Sarsfields build well. They try to run round the ball, round the man with the ball. Great tackle there by Keenan. Keenan puts the pressure in. The ball stole out by Bradley. Well, that's a hard one there by the referee, but Sarsfields get on with the game. The ball's with the wing back. The wing back's Breen. Breen pushes it all the way down into the corner. McGill comes out. That's Stevenson. He goes one way. He goes the other. He checks one way. He checks the other. He's going forward, or is that the full forward? He spills the ball out. Out comes
possession by Cruppen.
Kieran McVeigh. Faker Bradley coming out, gives the ball to Keenan. Keenan has to stretch for this one, but Keenan leaves it for McCullough. McCullough offloads the pass to Keenan. Keenan's going forward. It's opened up for Keenan. He should keep going for goal. Keenan looks up. He's going to strike this one, and he absolutely drills this one.
Yeah, it looked like Paul was going to rattle the back of the net there, but maybe in hindsight done the right thing and clicked it over the bar. Great work by Keelan McCullough, who gave him the offload, and Faker Bradley in the initial move.
James, I thought he was going for goal. I think
it looks like he was going. I thought he was going for it as well. He just clipped it up over the bar, but still, it's a good point for Cruppen to have at this stage.
Rory from New York says, good man, Paddy McCullough changed the game. Paddy, he's not playing in New York County final today. Well, we're glad he's not, because he wouldn't be here if he was. But the ball spills out. Cruppen's winning the ball. They're getting a little bit on top here. Harl's going down the left side with the ball. He bounces it. He offloads the pass. No, he doesn't. He puts it up in the air, and this ball drops in, and it's over the bar.
Great score off his left foot. Brilliant. Done all the work in the middle of the field. Soloed with the ball and flipped it over with his left foot. Cruppen 6 points ahead now.
16 minutes gone. 16 minutes gone. 2-9 to 9 points.
Yeah, it looks like those 2 goals will be crucial at the end of this game. 14 minutes to go.
So Carrickcruppen in the ascendancy here in the middle of the second half. Carrickcruppen 2 goals and 9 points. Sarsfields 9 points. McAvoy kicks the ball out. The ball's going long, dropping down into the middle. Again, a great pick there in the middle by the Cruppen men. Cruppen definitely won the midfield battle here. There goes McGill. McGill goes down the middle, pushes the ball up. Carville's coming out. There's an overlap here for Carville if he gets it, but he doesn't get it. The ball spills out. The keeper picks it up. McAvoy, he comes out to the 14. He gives the ball back into Stevenson underneath us here. Down along the line. Keenan's coming in with a big tackle here. He's going to try and get his man over the line here. Jared Devlin says he's not over the line. The ball spills out. Well, again, I'm looking down at that one, and I'm saying
he was in contact with the ball there, and he slipped. It was another 50-51. He got a tick for it.
I would say, James, that was a
tight
tight one all right there. That was good hard tackling there by the Cruppen men.
Looked like Paul Keenan was trying to put him out over the line here, but
he's talking to James Loughran.
Yeah, James Loughran's going to need a tick.
He's going to get a yellow card possibly. James explaining, I was only going for the ball, ref. And from our side here, James, we were looking down directly in front of it.
He was going for the ball, but
well, the referee's the man in control, so he's going to be initiating a yellow card here, I would imagine. That's exactly what he's done. So James Loughran has picked up a yellow card.
Yeah, and he's not long on the field.
So James Loughran has picked up a yellow card. So the ball's pushed in over the top. Out comes McGill. McGill knocks it down. Well, he gathers in the second attempt, but he doesn't. The ball's up in the air. Sarsfields, well, they have a chance here for a goal. McCullough comes out. He's going to make himself big, but he just lets the ball goes past.
Good experience there from McCullough to come out. He's seen the danger and snuffed it out. Good goalkeeping.
So don't forget the shout box at the bottom of the comments, and of course you'll be able to relive this game this afternoon on this 78th show on the Sunday Sports Show on Destination Area. Our special guest this afternoon is the legendary handballer James Doyle. He's played for Ireland 6 times. He has numerous All-Irelands. He has played so many competitions, and he's a great story to tell us about playing handball over in New York. Meanwhile, back in Armagh, the ball comes out underneath us here. McCullough is up, breaks the ball down. Harl gathers it up. The big men for Cruppen are starting to move the game. Back to Billy Joe Padden. Billy Joe Padden from Mayo to Armagh. Down to Monaghan. Monaghan to Mayo. Or Bradley. Bradley over to McCullough. McCullough goes after this when he uses his shoulder. The 2 McCulloughs are down after the ball, but Big Paddy's chasing after it. But the wee cornerback jukes in front of him, picks the ball up. Kieran Kerr gets the ball all the way across the far side. Sarsfields back to the goalkeeper. Keeper gets the ball out. The ball's nearly given away, but in comes Patton. Patton gathers this one up, and they're on. Cruppen's had a chance here. Patton offloads the pass. The ball comes inside, and a shot. A super goal there. Dackie Carville has hit his hat trick.
Absolutely fantastic goal by Dackie Carville. That's 3 in the bag. The betting men will be happy tonight.
A super strike by Dackie Carville. It came out of nothing. The Sarsfields manager's underneath us here. He's scratching his head and he says, what went wrong there, lads? Well, Dackie Carville was on the prowl. Left-footed player. Daisy cutter to the back of the net. Carrickcruppen 3-9. Sarsfields 0-9. Yes. The game goes on. The ball comes out. Broken down in the far side. Soccer away. Picked off the ground there. The referee says play on. Patton dinks it in over the top. Way over on the far side. Connor Sloan gathers it up. Connor Sloan. McCullough's on his own here. Comes inside. Puts it up in the air. Left-footed. The ball's up. Dropping down. Carville's underneath this one. He gathers it up. Still on the ground. Well, he tries to soccer it out, but Dackie Monaghan was a wee bit slow trying to get in for that one, but Sarsfields, they're down by 3. The ball's coming up the field here. Tackle's coming in. Sarsfields in the middle, up to come with the ball. Way over on the far side, Sloan tries to pull his man down. He needs to watch. He's already yellow carded. Well, there's a bit of a shamuzzle down in front of us here, but bit of a shamuzzle. Man needs to get on with the game here. Paul Keenan needs to play on the game. Meanwhile, back up on the top end, Carrickcruppen gather the ball up. Sarsfields down by 9 points here in the start of the second half. Ball goes inside. Patton offloads the pass away down to Bradley. Bradley, well, he drops it, but he picks it up again. He'll be playing in the junior hurling final in a couple of weeks' time. Paddy McCullough launches a long ball. The ball goes down.
Good ball.
Down to Carville. Carville looks up. He puts this one in. The keeper will gather that one in his hands. That's a poor enough ball to be coming in. Carrickcruppen need to be getting their forwards back inside to the danger zone. Sarsfields come from the back line. Up to come with the ball. The ball is back into the big man, number 21, Paul McGowan. Paul McGowan's driving the ball forward. Looking up. Where's the support? Tackle's coming in. Little bit of a pull there. Referee says play on. McGowan goes on. Referee has indicated, James, that was a free.
With about 9 minutes left in the game with 3 goals in it. I can't see Sarsfields coming back with looks like Barry Flynn here is going to make a change.
Well, Barry's got the book out. He's looking at his stats, and we see Carrickcruppen when the ball's up in the air, and this time the ball's dropping and it's gone over the bar.
Yeah, good score from there. Leaves 8 points in it. Still have a lot to do for Sarsfields. Cruppen are hitting them in all areas of the field and very, very dangerous in the full forward line. So 8.5 minutes to go, and
Stephen Green's coming into the game for Sarsfields. Young Stephen Green's coming into the game for Sarsfields. Connor Sloan's a bit of cramp. Marion McGuinness, she'll be playing in Crow Park in a couple of weeks' time. She's going out to give a little bit of a treatment, but Jerry Flynn just ran down to Barry to give him a little bit of instructions. Maybe Jerry's up here as what we would call spotting, watching the game, so Jerry has spotted something and he's indicated to the management what needs to be done.
Yeah, looks like there he's keeping tracking things, and he's seen a problem, went down straight away and solved the problem. I can't see Sarsfields coming back at this. I think Cruppen have taken the fizz out, and Paul Keenan's winning a lot of ball, Decky Carville's winning a lot of ball, and the defence is working really hard.
Well, we look over there and we see that Connor Sloan's getting a little bit of attention. Sean O'Sheridan watching from the short strand, East Belfast. Great show again. Congratulations to all involved. Cruppen, Abua, and of course we see Shimmy Cooge coming in, so there's going to be a substitute in the Carrickcruppen team in the forward line. Young Seamus is coming in, so the game is about to go on. Seamus comes in, Connor Sloan comes off.
Oh yeah, just a change. I suppose they're going to delay a little bit of time.
And probably a good move, because Connor was already booked and a little bit of cramp.
Yeah,
he shakes hand with
yeah,
Barry Flynn. So
yeah, Connor done his job today. He won a lot of ball.
No, he's not.
Second yellow card.
Well, there we go. There's a little bit of wait till we see what's happening here. Shimmy Cooge goes on to the game. The referee's calling over here to see what's happening, but the referee, did he book? We're trying to check out what's going on here. Has there been a second yellow card issued to Connor Sloan?
Yeah, it looks like, the referee is even confused. He's talking to the crowd.
Well, we're walking over. Billy Joe Patton goes over to the referee. Billy Joe checks it out. The referee says, okay. The Sarsfields man says, so they've taken James Loughlin. Maybe it's James Loughlin that has been. James Loughlin, second yellow card. We didn't spot that one, but there he goes.
Must have been talk.
Ball's into the middle. Cruppen gather the ball up on the far side. Way over there, McCullough's in the heart of it. Carville's in the heart of it. Shimmy Hughes has got the ball. He offloads the pass. This time to McCullough. McCullough launches a high ball in towards the forward line. Young McCullough's onto the ball. He knocks the ball in. A great bit of work there. Bradley's on the overlap. He's going in. Monaghan calls for the ball. Monaghan's going to hit this one, and he puts it in the back of the net. Great work there by the youngsters from Carrickcruppen.
That was definitely Keelan McCullough's goal there. The flick down was genius. Absolutely great. Fraker Bradley won the ball out the field. Another goal. That's 4 in the bag. Game over.
So Carrickcruppen look to be marching towards the mighty men from Crossmaglen here in the athletic grounds next weekend. Carrickcruppen on a scoreline of 4-9 to 10 points. James, we said there would be goals in this game. We didn't think that Carrickcruppen would put 4 in the onion bag.
No, I did definitely not. Darren McAvoy didn't believe coming into this today the 4 goals would go past him, and it's not finished yet.
So big Ginger from Whitecross, but the game goes on here. Ball's pushed in over the top, but there's nobody there. Out comes the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's going to be picking this one up. He gathers it up. He looks up. Where's the support? Sarsfields are down 4-9 to 10 points. Underneath us here. Pan to pick the ball up, trying to get the game going. The ball comes in over the top. Carville comes out. This man is playing a mighty game of football. He gives it long. Picked up by Monaghan. Monaghan looks up. There's an overlap by Loughlin, and he sees, but it's over the bar. Dackie Monaghan is starting to open up here. James, 24 minutes gone.
Game over, Damien. They've overrun Sarsfields in all areas of the field. The ball is just coming out and coming in as quick. 4 goals in it. That's it. I see a few people leaving already.
Well, we look down. We're going to be seeing another substitute coming in for Carrickcruppen. Carrickcruppen are ahead, 4-10 to 10 points. 4 goals, 3 of them scored by Dacky Carville. Of course, Big Seamus McParland. If James Doyle could mention Killian's White Cross, not so strictly dancing in the hall on the 1st of December. James, are you dancing in that one?
No, I'm not dancing in it, Damien. I couldn't dance with 2 left feet, but I'll definitely come over and support it. A great cause for St. Killian's.
We have another substitute coming in. Thomas McAlinden is now in for the Sarsfield High Moss. We're looking down. Carrickcruppen's going to be bringing a man in. So they're bringing in number 19, David Crozier.
Yeah, this will be just a run out for the rest of the things. With 5 minutes left, it's game over.
Well, we're looking now, and the ball's broken into the middle of the field. Well, that's a big hit there. The referee wants to be taking action there. So, well, it's getting a little bit hot and bothered underneath us there. Sarsfield's getting a little bit frustrated because they're down by 9 or 10 points, James.
Yeah, they're getting a little bit agitated now. There's a lot of pushing. There was sort of a dangerous elbow off the ball there, but Cruppen are back in numbers, and they're not going to surrender a 4-goal lead at this stage.
Well, the referee's talking to Faker Bradley down there. I don't know what was going on, but there was a wee bit of shenanigans going on there, but the referee has called it all to a stop. He's taken a couple of names and he's going to issue a couple of cards to steady the ship. We're down to 25 minutes. Referee says, hold on a minute, lads, I need to get inside. There's another injury to somebody else down here.
Yeah, another Sarsfields man down on the ground. The game is sort of petered out at the moment. If we predicted the start of the game that 4 goals would have come in, you would have won a lot of money at the bookies, but Cruppen have really dominated the second half and dominated the last 10 minutes of the first half, so they deserve their victory. Well,
we have to say hello to Aidan Rice. Aidan Rice watching into the game. Sounding good, Damien. Great coverage. Great to have you on board, Aidan. Marty Ferris, good luck. Krups from Oz. Stephen Locko. I would run riot there. I have to come home to show them Carrickcruppen boys how it's done. Well, great to have you on board, Stephen. And Paul Hagan watching here in Toronto. Well, Paul, if you're watching in Toronto, one of my favourite cities, love the place, a great place, and they have great football over in Toronto. The ball comes in over the top. McCullough's onto that one, but the ball just drops over the top of the goals, and that's a point for Sarsfield.
Yeah, but it looked like I think he was trying to drop it in at this stage. Points are no good to Sarsfields at this stage. It's goals they need.
Well, have to say to Paul Hagan, Paul, he managed a wee bit of the Armagh ladies there along with Barry Flynn. Paul, great to have you on board. Toronto is a lovely city, and I would say it's probably back now. You could drive down to the falls and watch the water just cascading over Niagara Falls and think of what's happening here in the athletic grounds. It would be great. McCullough kicks the ball out. The ball's coming long, breaking down into the middle, but picked up by Sarsfields. Well, the ball spills out one way. Tackle's coming in, picked up there by the subs coming in, pushing long. Ball goes down towards the corner, chasing after this Conor McFerry. Lets the ball run out. We look down the ball. Line ball for Carrickcruppen. We have them all around the world from Timbuktu to Tullysarn. They're here on Destination Uri this afternoon. Carrickcruppen are ahead on the scoreline of 4-10 to 11 points. 3 goals by the boot of Dacky Carville. They're on the attack. They're coming along with the ball. Lochran, he drives down the field, he pushes the ball. McCullough comes out. Well, he tried to get that one, but it was a wee bit high. Puts the tackle in. Out comes Sarsfield. He's chasing after the man. The ball comes out this time to McAlinden. McAlinden's underneath us here trying to get the ball. Sarsfields need to be pushing the ball towards the full forward line, not playing it lateral across the field. Ball spills out. Keenan goes after it. He soccers the ball away. If he had took his other foot off it, but it's picked up, spilled out again. Gathered up by McGill. McGill's going down the field. There's no Cruppen man. He's going to push this one long, and it's dropping down, and it's gone to the right and wide.
He had a go just outside the 45. Sarsfields are making a lot of fundamental errors, ball handle errors at this stage, and with a minute and a half left, she's over.
Well, in comes number 23 for Carrickcruppen. Mark Rice comes in and replaces Caelan McCullough. So Mark Rice is in for Caelan McCullough. 28 and a half minutes gone.
Yeah, they might as well put in as many as they can now at the moment, as give people a run for experience.
Caelan McCullough, this is only his 3rd senior championship match, gets a handshake from Barry Flynn. Barry Flynn's a happy enough manager. McCullough was kind of a bit of an injury coming into the game, but he's limping a wee bit there, but he's probably alright. He'll get into the water down round Cranfield later on the week to see how he goes. The ball comes out. Sarsfields need a goal. Tackles coming in. Great stuff there by Carrickcruppen, but Sarsfields trying to get a score. Ball goes in over the top. Broken out. Carrickcruppen soccers the ball away. Carrickcruppen defending. 4-10 to 0-11 here, rattling towards the end. 1 minute to go. The men from the High Moss, they had the game won last week. They let it slip. Well, sometimes you always the better team wins. There's a great shoulder over there. Sarsfield man tries to burrow through Carrickcruppen. Referee's indicated a free out, and he's overcarried the ball. The ball's kicked away. So James, Carrickcruppen will take their time here. 29 minutes gone. Eugene Crenny's heading towards Lurgan. He's away early.
He's had enough. The game was over 10 minutes ago, Damien. Even if you look at the statistics here, Cruppen have won 12 balls in the middle of the field to 2 for Sarsfields. So there's a lot of people heading for the hills here at the moment.
Well, 3 minutes of injury time. There's 3 minutes left here. 3.5 minutes left. So Carrickcruppen are ahead here. Ball is pushed long. Billy Joe Paddon's moved back to full back. Keenan's going after this ball. The ball's going to bounce. Ball bounces. Keenan knocks the ball down, but it's still on the ground. Picked up there. A little bit of a great defensive work there by Keenan. Referee gives Sarsfields probably a wee sympathy one there. The ball comes in over the top. Sarsfields come from their own half back line, trying to get the ball. The corner back this time is Kerr. Kerr gives the ball inside to Reynolds. Reynolds started his championship career in 1990, and he's still playing. The other Reynolds pushes the ball back inside, back into Kerr. Kerr looks up, dinks the ball across. This time Sarsfields need to be just dropping the ball in, lobbing it in, hoping for a goal. Carrickcruppen, big men in there, but the ball spills out. Well, there's a blanket of red and white. McCullough comes out, and a super save there. That's a super save up there, James.
Yeah, he only seen it late. Absolutely great save off to his right. Fantastic, looked like a surefire goal. That's all Sarsfields can do at the moment, is try to rescue a few points with a goal.
So James, of course, the winners of this take on Crossmaglen. I see Kyle Brannan. Think we would rather have Cruppen in the next match, and the hoops look that wee bit sharper. Well, Kyle, I'm not sure if I would agree with that one. Carrickcruppen definitely upped the ante in the second half. Obviously McCullough was a big influence coming into the game. Definitely helped Sarsfield take the quick 45, push the ball up in the air, it's dropping down, waiting for it to drop, but it's over the top and it's over the bar.
Yeah, good score. 31 minutes gone. It makes the scoreboard a little bit respectable, but they really need a goal to.
Father McQuillan watching this out in Antrim here. Good to see the boys playing well. So Father McQuillan, great to have you on board. We have another substitute coming in for Cruppen. Number 19, Davy Crozier, goes in and he replaces Daggy Monaghan. So the game, 31 minutes and 35 seconds gone here. 4-10 to 0-12 in favour of the men from Camla. So McCullough kicks this one out. The ball goes long, dropping down. Well, 2 or 3 men went for it, but a great bit of defensive work by Carville. Definitely the man of the match in this game this evening, without a question of a shadow of a doubt. The ball's with Carrickcruppen, holding the ball, playing the ball back. They're not in too much of a hurry to get her long, so we're looking up to see what's happening here. The ball goes back to Paddy McCullough, big Paddy McCullough. He was at a 57th floor party last Wednesday night in New York City. He's here today playing football for Carrickcruppen. Ball spills out underneath us here. A little bit of a push there. Conor O'Hanlon watching the game. So Conor O'Hanlon, it's great to have you in watching the game. Conor played a bit of football for Carrickcruppen. He's over in England. So Conor, great to have you on board. So Sarsfields come up. We're right deep into injury time. This ball goes out this time. I would say the game would be over. Carrickcruppen would be happy enough with scoring 4 goals, but James, probably the overall performance, they'll be looking to have to up that again. The mighty men from Crossmaglen, a little bit of a push over on the far side, and if that ball spills out, little late tackle coming in there. Referee's indicated that's a free. There's a man over on the far side. He's way out on his own. Referee says hold on. Carrickcruppen says we'll take our time, we're well up here, we're not in too big a hurry to get going.
Yeah, it's the injury time up now, so this will probably be the last tack of the
Once
game.
this ball goes out, as I say that, the referee blows his whistle on a scoreline of Carrickcruppen 4-10 to 0-12.
Yeah, a good win by Cruppen. I didn't think I thought it would only be a couple of points in this game, but the goals by Decky Carville really sealed it for.
Yeah, we're going to see if we can get James to go down and do a little interview with Barry Flynn. James, you'll go down and do an interview with Barry Flynn with Martin. Martin will take you down there. So Martin's gone down, and we have to say, why was James Loughlin sent off? We believe it was a second yellow card. Shane, we didn't spot it. And Jerry says, great game. Well, there's plenty of goals. Sports show, the Sunday sports show, 78 this evening, not to be missed. James Doyle, the legendary handballer, will be our guest honour. We see Mags Michael Linton in there. She's waving in and saying hello to us. Mags Michael Linton's walking past. She's going to be playing Crow Park in 2 weeks' time. But Carrickcruppen march in. Yeah, we try and get Mags Michael Linton in. If we could get Mags in. Fiona Flynn, go the Crubs. Who needs Mourinho when we've got Barry Flinnio? So there we go. Rosemary, Damien, you're back. You can't be turned off. Rosemary, that's a great compliment. Thanks a million. Jerry Flynn pumps the air. Jerry Flynn, this time last week, he was in along with us here in the commentary box. So Shane Garvey over in Kingstown, Jamaica, watching the game. Well, he says he's a friend of Usain Bolt. Well, we watched that one. Ryan Cinnamon is on Twitter. John Cinnamon says, great coverage. So Ryan, great to have you on board. Great to keep the coverage going here this afternoon. And Mr. Burke, Simon Burke, says, is the Sunday Sports Show on? The Sunday Sports Show is definitely on between 7 and 8, and we'll definitely be giving this one a definite good going over this evening. Dackie Carville gives the girlfriend a wee bit of a hug and a kiss down there. Dackie Carville, we'll try and get Dackie up here into the press box if we can. Mickey says, are you showing the Armagh Junior final on the 29th? I don't know, Mickey. Great to be able to watch Armagh Championship games. Malachi says, well done. Great to be up for service, lads. Destination, you try to provide a very professional service here. We think it's definitely the way to go forward. So we're going to watch the two huddles here as the two teams go for a warm down. Carrickcruppen, well, the intensity for Carrickcruppen definitely will up the ante to play the mighty Cross McGlen. Aoife McCullough and Ashley Hughes is here, and they're giving us the thumbs up. I see Paul O'Hay. We'll maybe see, can we get Paul O'Hay in here? Paul played for Derry, so we'll maybe get an opinion from Paul. We're going to see, can we get Paul O'Hay? So we're going to see Paul O'Hay played for Derry. So, well, Paul O'Hay played for Derry. He's an All-Ireland medal and a super footballer. So he played football for Derry, and he went down supporting Carrickcruppen here today. Gary Boyle walks out onto, Damien Beatty's out onto the field. But Carrickcruppen on a scoreline of 4-10 to 12 points, up the ante, and the goals from Carville was so crucial. They came at the right time. The high ball dropping in, Carville in on top of the keeper. So great work by Dackie Carville. So Mr. X, Kyle Brennan. Well, so there we have it. Don't forget the shout box at the bottom of the commentary. Keep it coming in. We want to know what part. We're still waiting on word from the Texans over in Texas what they think of our live coverage of Gaelic games. Seamus McParlin, great coverage, well done, great sight, thanks a million. Shay McSorley, watch out Cross. Michael Kane, love this, feels like I never left. Looking forward to the next game, up the Crupps. Shane Garvey, brilliant coverage, brilliant game. And McSorley says, up the Crupps. John Patton, great to see Mark playing for Cruppen. Proud Uncle John. And why not, John? He had a mighty game there this afternoon. We're waiting now to see, can James get a hold of some of the Cruppen boys for an interview. So it's Saturday night. Cross McGlen play Pierce Oaks Cullyhanna on Friday night here on the Athletic Grounds. Next Saturday evening here in the Athletic Grounds, Cross McGlen take on Carrickcruppen. Well, Cross McGlen will be mighty favourites on that one. So it's going to be good fun to see what's happening.
It is now. 1, 2, 3,
so
4,
Cross McGlen
5,
await the mighty men from Carrickcruppen. Eugene Reevy's here, he's watching the game. The Carrickcruppen supporters clap their team. The Sarsfields men have gone in. So Carrickcruppen, well, I suppose 32 minutes last week. Joe, come in. Joe, last week you called this game a draw. If you just give us a second, we're going to go to Barry Flynn. No, we're going to go to Barry in a minute. Joe, you called it a draw last week. How did you see this one going?
Well, the old adage, goals win matches, but certainly Carrickcruppen, big men, and they showed they were big men in the second half, and they played the direct ball in, and it worked. It's something they didn't do in the first half. They were kicking the balls to the wings, and but having said that, a convincing win for Carrickcruppen, and it'll give Crossford down their share of it. Big man, big man.
Okay, we're going straight to Barry Flynn.
Barry, can I just get a comment on you about the game? Yeah, it was good hard football. We knew what to expect with Sarsfields. We beat them in the league. They beat us in the league, and then drawn the game last week. But we knew coming in that if we could learn more than they learned last week, we would be down with the shed. We were disappointed in our midfield performance last week, and certainly Patrick McCullough coming back into the country has definitely given us a help in that area. And I'm sure some of the other lads that are away wish they were here and being in the chance of maybe playing Cross McGlen in a county semi-final. But you know, lads, we're thinking of you. We're trying to do this for the whole club and everybody involved in the club, and we appreciate all the messages they're sending home. We just here to play hard football as best we can. You know, we were dealt a cruel blow this morning. James Hughes, who's been outstanding for us this year, he's food poisoning. He came down to the club. He was on his hands and knees and tears in his eyes. He wanted this so much, so we have his jersey hanging in the dressing room. We did this for you, James. You'll be here next Saturday night.
Did you find after coming into the end of the first half with 10 minutes to go, you seemed to up the tempo and you never really stopped until the end? Was that the contributing difference when McCullough came in to settle down the half back line?
Yeah, we were watching their kickouts and they were trying to target Amon Murray, who was playing at number 10, and Niall Saxon was unfortunate. It was just a tactical move to get Paddy in around the middle and win a few balls, and we knew he would be able to come up with the ball for us. We were slow starting today. That won't be good enough on Saturday night because Crossmaglen's game is get a good start early. They'll be trying to tank a lot of scores on us and try and diminish our belief next Saturday night, but we'll try and dig in there and stick with them and see what it brings. But an increased tempo is needed. We're at least we're here next Saturday night to give it a lash.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and welcome back to the press box here. We're going to be wrapping up very quickly because we have to get back to the studio. Just some more comments. The Brook, great to see Cruppen speaking to the Cruppen lads at the end of the huddle. Yep, absolutely. Malachi from Clady. Great coverage enjoyed from Doha and Qatar. Keep her Clady. So Malachi from Clady, great to have you on board. Well, let's just say this. Carrickcruppen have come off the field. Carrickcruppen's very happy, and Barry Flynn has been interviewed over on the far side there by Micheál McKenna from the Armagh PR committee. Well, of course, we have to thank Dara, Paul and Danny for being our help here, and of course Marty, our backup, and of course Shauna as well in the background, keeping the coverage going here on Destination Uri. A great entertainment this evening, great entertainment last night. Of course, Carrickcruppen take on the mighty men from Crossmaglen next Saturday, and I have to thank James Doyle. And don't forget this afternoon, between 7 and 8, where James will be coming in and we will be talking handball, the worlds and all that. So James, it's very good to have you back on board here, and thanks for coming in this afternoon.
No problem, Damien. I really enjoyed that there. If you asked me at the start of the game what the score would be, I thought there was going to be a couple of points either way. Barry Flynn there, very emotional. I know they're going to have to gear up for Crossmaglen next week, but looking forward to the Sunday show this evening. We'll have a bit of crack when we're in, but that was enjoyable there.
There's no doubt about it. And of course, from the Morgan Athletic Grounds here this afternoon on a scoreline of Carrickcruppen 4-10, Sarsfields 0-12. Don't forget to tune on Destination Uri between 7 and 8 this evening. I have to say hello to Susan McCullough. She's just walking past us here. So my mum, she's here watching Carrickcruppen. She's seen her 3 grandsons playing there this afternoon on the team. So that was pretty good for her. And of course, we have to say good luck to all our students who head overseas and head back to college tonight to watch themselves take care. And of course, if they're away from home and they're feeling lonely, James, they can always tune in to Destination Uri.
Destination Uri is where you'll get your answers if you're lonely.
No doubt about that. And on that, we're going to be saying from me and from James, well, Shane Garvey comes in from Jamaica, can't make it for the semi-final, but you have the date when Carrickcruppen play Pearse Rogue in the final. Well, Shane,
confident there.
Shane, I'll tell you what, you tune into the Sunday Sports Show next Sunday evening and we'll talk all about that, and you can tune in and you can, maybe we'll Skype you from Kingston, Jamaica, but don't forget the Sunday Sports Show this afternoon, 7 to 8 on Destination Uri. And we have to thank again all our backup team here. Without their great help, it wouldn't be possible, James.
No, a great team here working cameras, and everything is absolutely fantastic that the whole world can see Destination Uri, and especially all the ex-Cruppen people who are away at the moment, and roll on next week when they take on the mighty Cross.
Well, until that, the 78th show this evening on Destination Uri with Simon Burke, myself, and of course James Doyle. And James will have some great stories to tell us about handball and the wee stories that he had all around the world, and it'll be great fun.
Yeah, so I had 1 or 2 there that I didn't want to let out today, so we'll save them for tonight. So from Armagh back to the studio, and we will be coming back live between 7 and 8 this afternoon.
Second, I need to get my story straight. My friends are in the bathroom getting higher than the Empire State. My lover, she is waiting for me just across the bar. My seat's been taken by some sunglasses asking about a scar, and I know I gave it to you months ago. I know you're trying to forget, but between the drinks and subtle things, the holes in my apologies, you know, I'm trying hard to take it back. So if by the time the bar closes and you feel like falling down, I'll carry you home tonight.